Hello everybody and welcome to the Empty Promise podcast. My name is Chris and tonight you are joined by me and my best friend in the whole wide world, Mr. James D. Downey.
Hello.
Thank you everybody. First of all, no, hang on. I don't want to thank you guys just yet. I want to thank D for being here this evening because it is 8:45 on a Monday night and he has made the trip from Belfast right to my house just so we can get audio to your ears.
Which is miles. It's like a 4-hour journey.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
For each way, 4 hours.
I mean, it takes commitment to do it, D, and I'm just so glad that you could be here this evening.
Well, Chris, I really wanted to be here because we've delayed this for long enough, and it always feels good to get down and get a wee pod out. So.
I love getting the podcast done and knowing that this will be up tomorrow. I'll have this up tomorrow.
That's a quick turnaround.
It is a quick turnaround, but I have to do it. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like we owe it to the people.
Or to the viewer, the listeners.
The listener. And thank you to them. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in to episode 83 of the podcast. It is the 29th of July 2019. Hello to any new listeners. If this is your first Empty Promise podcast, you are very much welcome to our small but albeit close-knit community that we have here.
That was good.
Thank you for being a part of this. And to our regular listeners who tune in every single week, thank you so much once again for being here.
Tuning in every week.
It's great.
So that's commitment.
To any new people, you can find this podcast on any podcast hosting service, and the video version is available over at youtube.com/xitegaming if you want to see just how clean the setup is tonight.
So clean.
You won't be able to see the temperature.
As with most video recordings.
You will not see that, but
just feel it.
I just have to describe it, Dave, because
it's good. As
you put it, you can't tell where what is it?
where your skin ends.
Yeah.
And the room begins.
It's just so perfect. It's a glorious temperature. We are podcasting upstairs in like a shed right now.
No,
it's a studio, but it's like the upstairs of a garage.
It's a first floor studio.
I like that. Yeah.
If we were in like Manhattan,
we pay big money for this.
Big money, guys. We're not in Manhattan.
It's like a Soho apartment. That's where we are right now. But the temperature here is just because it's been so warm outside for the past couple of days. It has just heated this room to a perfect degree.
A perfect degree.
Yeah,
it's spot on.
It is. It's so nice. The acoustics are good. The temperature is good. The sharpness of the image that you are watching is good.
It's just a shame that we're so bad.
Yeah, you're in for a hell of a podcast, one way or another, good or bad. Let me see, where am I? Before we begin with her on this day, first off, I have to give a quick shout out to the main man this week who turned 30 this week. So it was his birthday this week. So happy birthday, main man.
Happy birthday, main man.
On that, he turned 30 this week, and that got me thinking. That's a big milestone. Mm-hmm. What kind of milestones have we kind of passed in our life so far?
In our life?
Yeah. Or have you hit any milestones, or has there been any big milestones? Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be age, but I was just thinking, like, we both turned 18, I hope.
As far as you know, I was born in a leap year.
And then 21, and that's kind of a big one.
Yeah.
But then we're not going to do anything now until we're 30.
Well, 25 was a pretty big one too.
Is 25 a big one?
25 to me was like, you're no longer even, you can no longer be considered, not that you're not young, but
junior?
Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, you're still trying to get your shit together.
Do you consider yourself a man?
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah. I
still don't.
25.
I still don't.
See, now I look at like young people and I can't say that, like, you know, like, it's just one of us youngsters. I'm like, that's a young person. That is like 19-year-old fucking man. That's a 19-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, I know. Like that was like 6 or 7 years ago. We turned 18, 19.
It feels like not so long ago, but it really is. As an old saying goes, Chris, the days drag, but the years play. Yeah, they do. So
I find that.
But congrats to me, man, turning 30.
Turning 30, it's a big milestone.
I wonder, did you let us know? Did you make like a list of the things you have to do before you?
Oh yeah, that'd be good. 30? Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah, and I think I always said I was going to do it.
A list of things to do before you turn 30.
I'm yet to write that list.
Oh, I'd like to write that list.
In dire hopes that I never turn 30.
I tell you what, that would make a really good podcast episode for us.
Well, that would actually.
Things to do before we turn 30.
Well, Chris, we better get on it.
We better get on it.
We've been doing podcasts. That may be our next one.
And that'll be our 29th birthdays.
Yeah.
1 sec. I'm just writing that down.
That's a good. You can't lose out on a piece of gold dust like that.
No, I just wrote on a scrap piece of paper, but it's there.
It'll sit there to the next podcast.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, no other milestones, I don't think. I mean, you have 21, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
It's not whole age though. I mean, you recently hit a milestone.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Driving. I'm now driving. I'm now now able to drive on the road, I guess.
Legally.
Yeah.
For once.
So for once,
that's a pretty big milestone. Like,
I don't think there's much else.
How you feeling? How you feeling on the?
I mean, it's a. I mean, look, it was always something I had to do. Yeah. I never wanted to do it. I always put it off for so long. This is how lazy, for anybody that doesn't know me, right? I'm 25. I was legally able to drive from 17. 17. My mother's side of the family are all driving instructors.
It's true.
And I put it off till I was 25 years old. I don't know. I never wanted to do it, and now that I've done it, I'm glad I can,
It's not even that you need it, you just wanted to have it done.
Yeah, I just wanted to have it done. Now it's there. I can move on, get on with the next thing.
Put it behind you.
Put it behind me.
Never drive again.
Exactly. No. Put the shed in the garage, in the underfloor of our Soho apartment.
Did you say put the shed in the garage?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh God.
See, you give yourself away there. You were like, I put my car in the garage, but what you were going to say is the shed.
The shed.
You're a country boy.
Oh, I am a country boy, indeed. I guess that's a milestone.
I think that's a milestone, yeah.
Maybe
first, like, professional job, like, where I do this now to live.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. There's a couple of milestones. We could do a milestone podcast.
Could, yeah. I mean,
we should rebrand.
We did 50 podcasts. That was a milestone.
Oh yeah, we did our first podcast, our 50th podcast.
We're coming up on our 100th.
100 episodes. That's a milestone for us. That would be a milestone. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess there's more.
Oh, there's loads. Yeah. But it's hard to think of these things on the spot.
We'll
compile a list. We'll get back to you.
We do terribly at this.
Yeah.
This should be the lists podcast. Every week we have a new list. I have so many ideas for podcasts and no ideas for episodes for podcasts,
That's what we're planning. What's this podcast going to be about? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just do something from Reddit. on the podcast, Chris comes up with about 6 ideas and it's like, we'll write them down.
We write down none of them.
Yeah. Well, you wrote down a couple today.
Yeah, the lists podcast. You wrote, yeah. A writ is something you get for court.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Devine.
There you go. Learning something in school. So this is on this day, on the 27th of July day, which means I have course.
It's the 29th, but okay.
Is it? Yeah. Is it actually?
You called it at the start, did you not?
Oh.
Yeah, it is the 29th. It's a good list though. I prefer a good list than a on this date list.
Oh, I got that so wrong. I actually wrote down on my page it's the 27th. I've lost 2 days. Oh God. So 1801, George Bradshaw, the publisher of railway timetables, is born. That's a kind of big thing. Someone who publishes like a railway timetable.
Is that on the 28th, the 27th, the 29th?
That's on the 29th, but I'm going to go ahead to my list.
Go to 27.
Here's some sugary facts.
Oh yes. Much better.
Yeah, because the other list was about like something to do with Sherlock Holmes, and it wasn't that interesting. Believe it or not, my boom's just crapping out here. We're boom bros tonight. For anybody watching the video, you may have noticed D now has a boom.
I have a boom.
Some sugary facts for you. Sugar slows the setting of ready mixed concrete and some glues.
There you go.
Did you know that?
No, I did not know. It's weird because it speeds everything else up. When you ingest it.
Your metabolism. Mm-hmm. Some people claim that a teaspoon of sugar after a hot curry helps cool the spicy heat in their mouth. Now, I know a lot of people drink milk.
Yeah, milk is an obvious one.
Milk contains natural sugars, but so do a lot of things.
It does, yeah. Lactose.
Lactose, yeah, of course.
But milk kind of has because it's quite a like
a thick liquid. Does that make sense?
You're right. Yeah. It's a viscous liquid.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. Viscous. Viscosity. That's to do with how thick a liquid is. I don't know if it's viscous or not, but yeah, milk kind of coats your mouth.
Great word.
Feels like a blanket of coolness.
I wonder has anyone ever tried eating ice cream with a curry?
I mean, that would make just too much sense. But maybe it's one of those things you mightn't appreciate the taste of the ice cream.
Or it could complement the curry. Some things do.
And ice cream's full of sugar as well.
You know the way sometimes we when we get a Friar Tuck's here, we get a chicken supreme and a milkshake, and one complements the other beautifully.
That's true. That's very true.
I don't know. I kind of want a Friar Tuck's now. I kind of want to put this theory.
I thought you wanted a curry and an ice cream.
I mean, we could do that.
To try it all.
Sugar is formed by plants to store energy using captured sunlight during the process of
photosynthesis.
Look at this. This guy finishes my sentences. A spoonful of sugar added to the water of freshly cut flowers will prolong their life. There's a tip for all you garden veterans.
Green fingered.
Oh, there we go. Green fingers.
People.
A teaspoon of sugar contains around 15 calories. Sugar hardens asphalt. The sweetness of sugar is believed to be the only taste humans are born craving. There you go. That's interesting.
High burst energy, isn't it?
I didn't know that we could be born craving something if you've never had it. How could you crave something if you've never had it?
Isn't it? It's because...
Surely you don't need it as a fetus or like as a...
Maybe you do. Maybe it's like, you know, like whenever the mother eats food and it's broken down into basically sugar
into its like rawest form. Yeah,
maybe that's all you're like craving.
Sugar increases the life of jams and jellies by binding the water needed by mold and yeast for growth. Doesn't sound too pleasant.
I didn't want to know that jam and jellies needed mold and yeast just to grow. So that's unfortunate.
Sugar as we know it was first used by humans around 2,500 years ago in as early as 510 BC. The Emperor Darius described sugar as the reed which gives honey without bees.
Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely.
In Britain, sugar was commonly sold in solid cones called sugar loaves and required special pliers called sugar nips to break pieces off. In the 1500s, a 10-ton cargo of sugar would be worth around 1 million sterling at today's prices.
That's mad.
It is mad.
Sugar was a real... It's like gold. White gold.
The Spanish loved sugar, I think.
Did they?
I think they took a lot of it. I remember learning about like the Spanish Armada and stuff, and they had a lot of sugar, I think. Chocolate would have been a big thing back in the day.
Oh yeah, because they got cocoa beans from South America.
Yeah, when they like invaded and killed everybody. Yeah, with their like smallpox and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about that. Do you know that
there was a genocide?
There was like I listened to a podcast during the week of I don't know if he's like an anthropologist or what he is. But he was saying that there used to be like cities the size of London in the Amazon.
That's mad.
Before all these Spanish settlers got there and just completely eradicated them. That's crazy. Like.
Yeah. I remember I studied, I think it was an anthropology module. And I was just talking primarily about that sort of, I forget what they called it. Portmanteau of something. It was something about how like it was basically biological genocide. They just like landed over, obviously not intentional, but they landed over with like all those diseases.
They can't bearing the disease. Did they get the diseases on the boats?
No, it's just like common diseases. It's like us having
the cold and giving it to someone.
But because in South America they were like completely isolated because there was no land links to like Asia or anywhere else in the world. They had never encountered it. They had no natural resistances. So as soon as it hit them, it just took them out.
Wow.
So wiped out like something like 90% of the population.
How did they not like? I wonder how eventually they got like stronger and built up like an immunity.
I think that's just the people who were like biologically better suited to it survived, and then they natural selection. Yeah, good times.
Wow.
The Aztecs and like the Incans and all that, they always fascinated me.
Yeah.
Because,
truly.
They're over there doing their own thing. Nobody knew nothing about it.
Nope.
And then the European settlers just came in.
Us Easterners.
Oh yeah, just destroyed everything.
Yeah. Now Columbus.
Without even realizing it.
Columbus wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, it was like people are like he discovered America, and it's like, well, sure, but like he also brought the diseases that killed.
Yeah. And his like people like just pillaged and raped and did everything. All
conquistadors.
That's a good word.
They're conquerors. Like if you say it like that, it sounds like fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
They're here to conquer.
They're just taking land they don't even own.
It's fascinating. I highly recommend that guy's. It was actually on Joe Rogan, and the guy's name was Graham Hancock. If anybody gets a chance, you should listen to that. I didn't get hearing the whole thing, but he was talking about civilizations in the Amazon, how he believes that a lot of what is lost, basically, that hasn't been found by humans yet or scientists yet, either exists in 3 places on our planet: the Sahara Desert, the Amazon, and I'm not sure if it was the Mariana Trench, but it's the ocean somewhere.
Oh, basically. Okay. Because people aren't there to ruin it.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. So there are answers somewhere there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I hope to find them someday.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Let me see.
On an expedition.
This is what I was going to say to you before the podcast. I have some news this week, but like news is so slow at the minute.
Yeah,
It's
things are
dreadfully slow.
There was a lot of shit happening there at Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago, but we kind of missed the boat on that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, we could touch on it.
I mean,
I just have like a couple of little tidbits of news here, just to keep the people at home interested. This is what we do. We touch on the news. Yeah, keep it topical. Scientists have let's start again. Scientists have uncovered a giant dinosaur femur in France.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
The picture? Yeah.
The thing is huge, D. Absolutely giant. 2 meters actually, 6'6" long. The femur found at Agnac. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What is your femur, Chris? It's your leg bone?
Your femur is your thigh. Your thigh bone.
Yeah. Okay.
The toughest bone in your body, actually. You break your femur, you've done something like traumatic. That's a really, really tough bone to break. It's thought to have belonged to a sauropod, a plant-eating dinosaur with a long neck and tail. Common in the late Jurassic era, were amongst the largest land animals that ever existed. Paleontologists say that they are amazed at the state of preservation of the bone.
That's mad.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Do you think they could bioengineer it to create a living sample?
I mean,
Jurassic Park.
I mean, surely they've tried. Like that idea had to come from somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't just think up of this, you know.
Chris, if Jurassic Park has taught us anything, it's that just because you think you can doesn't mean you should.
True.
All right.
True. Yeah.
Don't be cooking up those new dinosaurs.
I mean, I'd love to see it. Dinosaur Park would be awesome. Just waiting for my news to load here. A man has set up a camera in his room to find out why he wasn't able to sleep, why he had trouble sleeping. What he found out turned out to be just a little weird. It's okay. It wasn't anything spooky or anything. It turned out, that his cat had been coming into his room and sitting on his face while he was out like a light. Now, I thought this was a bit weird, but apparently people took to Twitter to say, yeah, my cat does this a lot too. This is quite a common...
it's cat strangulation.
Yeah. Cat suffocation basically is what it is.
Oh my God.
A lot of Twitter users came and said, my cat does the same thing. Just have to keep him outside or keep the door closed or whatever. But one person said, your cat is trying to murder you. Another wrote, you have sleep catnia.
Oh, yes. There it is.
There we go. Well done to that person. Others began sharing their weird things with their animals they've done in their sleep. I have awoke with my cat nose to nose just staring me dead in the eyes in the middle of the night. I mean, this is why we should just have dogs in the world.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Cats are just too fucking
dogs
unpredictable.
Dogs are just so lovable.
Yeah, exactly. Like a dog would not come in and sit in your face. You know what I mean?
Or we dog. Whenever he gets up on the bed,
and
just go straight up onto the pillow behind your head.
You serious?
Every time.
Like he just wants that wee bit of company.
He just wants
the
comfort.
He just wants to be part of the family.
He's not sitting on your face.
No.
He's not trying to suffocate you.
No.
No, he's
Nothing.
just chilling.
Fuck. This last piece of news isn't even loading. It's about how Donald Trump has...
What's he done now?
No, he's got permission to go ahead with part of his wall. So he's building part of his wall.
I heard about
Did you hear about this?
Yeah, he got the money.
That's really all the news, the tidbit news I had this week. Now, you were saying that we missed the boat on Comic-Con. We could catch up briefly.
I mean,
on what's going on.
All I took from it was that
trailer for Top Gun.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, Tom Cruise somehow. I don't know what the Scientologists are feeding him.
And he just gets younger.
Yeah,
he just looks like he did back in the day. It's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know a lot of people criticize Tom Cruise. I really like him.
I like Tom Cruise too.
I will watch a Tom Cruise film. No questions asked.
As an actor, and that's pretty much it. Because as a person, I don't know the guy. I mean, I've seen him on interviews and talk shows. He seems like a pretty dead on, pretty sound guy.
Right?
But like as an actor, I like him. I like him in Mission Impossibles. I like him in Cocktail. I like Vanilla Sky.
Cocktail. I've never seen that.
Oh,
is that the one where it's like or is that a different one?
No, that's
when it slides in. It's like
that's Bob Seger. That song. It's what is that? That is.
So I've knocked us off track here. I apologize.
Hang on. That movie is. It'll Come to Me.
This is a good one, now, Chris. He's like a student or something, isn't he?
Oh, that's so famous too. Like
we gotta skip past this one.
We'll skip past. We'll come back to that. I will. It's really gonna annoy me.
I'm
though.
sorry. I
But
apologize.
yeah, I like him in that as well. I've got a film inside called Live, Die, Repeat or Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, one of my favorite films of all time.
I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet.
Oh,
Really?
watch that.
Yeah, Shawnee Mac bought it for me.
Oh,
What a weird gift. He just
knows
came
good
with like,
films, alright?
I've got a movie for you.
Yeah.
I was like, there we go.
It's Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
That's who it is. Yeah,
and she's brilliant in it.
I like Emily Blunt
Yeah.
as well. Wait,
Oh, it's a great film.
is Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt is the girl from Live, Die, Repeat or Edge of Tomorrow.
What else is she in? Am I thinking the same person?
She's in that new film, the Don't Speak one. The what do you call it?
John Krasinski's wife.
Yeah,
That's
the one.
perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yeah, I like her.
She's good.
I like her.
She's the new Mary Poppins. She's in
That's
lots
who
of
she
stuff.
is.
She's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
famous.
of course. Yeah. Oh, that movie, Quiet Place.
Yeah,
That's a great movie.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Have you seen it?
No,
Have you not?
no.
I can give it to you.
Okay,
On
but
Blu-ray.
you have to watch. Edge
It's
of
pretty damn
Tomorrow
good. Okay, that's a good deal. Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that for the next podcast. I think. Yeah,
then. Fair.
give me something to watch. I looked at the DVD of that Edge of Tomorrow, and I just kind of thought, I don't know.
Looks very generic.
Yeah.
Actiony.
generic sci-fi action.
It had like a real bad marketing problem.
Is that?
I mean, the name is Live, Die, Repeat. What are you going to think it's
Yeah.
about?
Why is it called Live, Die, Repeat, and then it's known as Edge of Tomorrow?
Because
Or which one did it?
the
come
film
out
is
as?
called Edge of Tomorrow, but the slogan was Live, Die, Repeat.
Okay.
And it was really popular. More people knew it by the slogan than the name of the film. So they kind of just like went, fuck it, we'll just call it that. For all the like merchandise and
Oh
stuff.
god, it's just so much easier.
But
It's cheaper to
yeah,
print.
and I'm pretty sure the novel or the graphic novel or wherever it's based on, it's called All You Need Is Kill. So like, she's got the worst names.
No way.
But like behind all that, it's actually a really interesting film. Really cool, good action and stuff. I might as well just tell you what the concept is.
please do. Yeah.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It's Groundhog Day, except sci-fi aliens. It's good.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see what's going
right.
on there, right?
Yeah,
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah, give it a watch. It's very good.
Okay, I could do
I
that.
think I've watched it a few times now, and there's a sequel coming from it.
I mean,
So-
if a film's always good if you can watch it a few times, I think.
well, that's it. Yeah.
Some people just don't believe in
So-
watching movies like a second time.
I generally try to wait until I've forgotten like a lot of.
A lot of the points of the movie.
Yeah, so whenever I watch it, I'm not just sitting there going like mouthing the words and stuff.
Yeah.
I just like to experience it again.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm.
I'm not gonna sit and
If
watch a
I'm-
film 3 times in a row. Like I don't go back to the cinema. I don't do that.
Do you not know?
I go a couple of
A
times.
couple of times to see the same
No.
movie. Have I went a couple of times to see the same movie?
The only time I've done that is like
I think I believe I have. I just don't know.
I've definitely. I think I remember me and you definitely did it once, ages and ages and years, and
Yeah.
years, and years ago for the Da Vinci Code.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
yes.
We
What a
s-
movie to go see twice. Tim Hanks. What a man.
Tim Hanks.
That's right. I distinctly remember going up the second time to see it. Me and you seen it together the first time. And the second time we took another friend of ours
Yeah.
from school. Do you remember
Well,
that?
the friend was supposed to go the first time,
That's right. He
but
didn't
we
go.
went into the cinema to wait.
Ah,
And he
that's,
didn't come into the cinema,
that's what it was. Yeah.
and we had to
yeah.
do it again.
And I remember going up and the wee guy in the ticket booth. This was whenever the Armagh cinema was the old cinema at the time too. This was Armagh Film House.
Oh yeah.
And the guy was like, lads. He was like, I have, I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on at the time or something like that. Another action movie.
What?
And he was like, I think you should much prefer that. This is very adult. I don't think you'll like it.
Oh my god.
And we just kind of went, no, it's fine. We've
Patronised
seen it
me,
before.
sir.
And he was like, he kind of just gave us that look as if to say, like, what the fuck are you going to see the Da Vinci Code again for?
It's not that good of a film.
It's really, I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know, isn't that, what do you call him? Ron Howard? He did that movie, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
I like Ron Howard movies.
Watch me some Ron Howard.
Yeah. And Tim Hanks, Ian McKellen. It's a good movie, D.
It is a good
I'll
movie.
defend that movie to the death,
Yeah.
actually.
And the music's really good.
The
Big Hanny Z.
Big Honey Z.
Hans Zimmer.
That movie has a lot of good
Rocking the
things.
score. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, yeah.
And it all came from a book.
Yeah.
Who wrote the book?
Dan Brown.
Dan Brown,
Dan
who
Brown.
also writes good books.
Yeah, he writes like those like crazy
Yeah, Digital Fortress, Angels and Demons.
Illuminati,
You read a lot of
all
his,
them
didn't you?
conspiracy- I used to love him.
Yeah. Because you gave me one of his books before because I had that like Illuminati writing upside down.
Yeah,
You're like, this
yeah.
is so cool.
I was Angels and Demons. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it actually.
I enjoyed the book more than the movie.
I think I'm the opposite now.
You like the movie more
Yeah,
than
I
the book?
can't reread the books anymore.
I would. That's something I don't think I would ever or have ever reread a book. Oh no, I
I've
stand
done it.
corrected.
I've
I've done it. Yeah.
I don't do it often, but I think I've read The Godfather twice.
I've read The Slab, Gears of War twice.
There's a new Gears of War book, by the way.
No, there's
it's
not.
It's called Ascension.
No, there's not.
It fills in the gaps between Gears 4 and Gears 5.
Please tell me you're joking.
Oh, 100% serious.
Oh, is it Karen Travis?
No.
Oh,
they got a new guy in for it. Apparently it's not as well written as Karen Travis, but it still hits all the same kind of like good beats, the Gears beats.
Is it out?
Yeah, it's out.
I'll be picking that up.
Okay.
Although I wanted one between 3 and 4.
They just never did it. They did not?
No. Like that's the story I need to know.
Yeah, right.
What happens, because Gears 3 we're way off topic. Let's come back. That's for another podcast. What else? Comic-Con.
So Marvel announced Phase 4. They came out with Phase 4.
Phase
and they
4.
got a
Were
lot
you
of people
expecting much from this?
Right, I didn't know what to expect because if you've seen Endgame, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Endgame,
have you seen Spider-Man? Sorry.
No.
No.
If you haven't seen Endgame, here's a brief spoiler for Endgame. I'm going to go right now. Okay.
Okay. Spoiler.
We lose Captain America and we lose Iron Man. Right? They're not in the franchise anymore.
No.
Okay. Cool. So who's going to lead up this new Avengers? Right?
Yeah.
So they announced these new films that they're going to do, and it's fucking. What do we got? We got a Doctor Strange. We've got. We got another Thor.
Third Guardians.
Yeah, but it's not even in this one because they fired James Gunn.
Oh yeah, but he is coming back now, isn't he?
Now it's been pushed way out there.
Yeah.
They got another Captain Marvel coming out. Like they don't got another.
It's not like big hitters as such.
They haven't even announced another Spider-Man yet.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
But
I heard that the end credit scene of this Spider-Man kind of throws the whole film on its head.
I've heard that too. I haven't seen it, so
neither
I
have no idea what's going on.
But yeah, I mean. Doctor Strange and something about the multiverse, so I think they're going that direction.
I still haven't seen Doctor Strange.
The first one?
No.
I don't think it's that great.
It was a movie that
I think it's perfectly fine.
When it was coming out, I was like, I don't care about this.
I think I prefer him in the Avengers films than in his own film.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's beside
Too
the point.
much screen time can be a bad thing.
There's also a couple of TV shows that they're doing on this new Disney streaming thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's WandaVision. WandaVision. What do you think when I say WandaVision?
WandaVision?
Yeah.
I think of what do you call it? Cartoon?
Uh-huh.
I probably thinking way off. WandaVision.
It's fucking.
This is Black Panther.
No, it's.
I know Wakanda.
There's a Black Panther sequel.
That's yeah.
But no, it's a Wanda something or other. It's Scarlet Witch from the Avengers. And
that's
Vision.
right. That's right. They're doing a Black Widow movie.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Yeah, Black Widow. They're doing that, which is fine. Probably like about 4 or 5 years too late.
Yeah, probably.
Like, you should have done that whenever she was like the big
hard hitter.
Yeah, in the Avengers.
Of course, yeah.
But whatever. I think it's fine. A lot of people are saying this is great. Look at the brave new direction they're going in, and I'm like, yeah, sure that is. But I'm gonna sit and wait for a good film to come out before I say anything about that. There's gonna be a female Thor. Natalie Portman is going to be like She-Thor or whatever.
She-Thor.
The female Thor is called.
I didn't know there was a female Thor.
Yeah.
Is this sticking to like Norse mythology, or is this just something?
This is just sticking to the comic books.
Oh right, okay.
So whatever. And
fair enough.
I forget what else is happening. A lot of people are saying there's a lot of like brave new decisions being made, but the fact that I don't remember much might
I know
what I think about those new decisions. But Comic-Con happened and there's other shit there too.
I'm trying to think because I remember the notifications was like popping up on my phone.
Yeah.
And now I can't think of any of them.
Get some interesting things. Game of Thrones was at Comic-Con as well.
Did they reveal anything on The Witcher?
Oh yeah, there was a Witcher trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually looked really good.
I completely forgot until the other day. I was listening to It's Obvious. I completely forgot it was Henry
Cavill. Yeah.
Like that's.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
He looks really good.
I would imagine he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so
perfect for Geralt.
He's a fucking brick. He's
he
massive.
is a brick. Yeah.
I can't believe
he wasn't Superman though as well. Like, yeah.
I know, but in Superman,
Man of Steel,
it's like Superman. It makes
yeah,
sense.
You expect.
You kind of figure they're probably buffing that suit out, but in this, he's just sitting there and he's just like,
just a bird.
He's just perfectly square. Like you don't understand it. Like.
Yeah. Oh, he's a god amongst men.
But it looks like they're going in a really good direction with it.
I heard that they're sticking a lot to the books.
It's exclusively the books.
Yeah, that they don't want to quote unquote westernize it. You know, much so that, you know, it just appeals to the audience that they're strictly sticking to this. They came from like a Polish writer or something, didn't they? That they're sticking to the book, sticking to that, and it's like, if you like it, that's great, and if you don't, fair enough.
I think it's good because the books, what I've read of the books, now I've read a couple of the short story books.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very believable real world. It's very similar to Game of Thrones in that way, and like they've fleshed it out with a lot of interesting stuff. So
what's the world called in The Witcher?
Rivia? No, that's where he's from. I think it's called like, it's like 4 different kingdoms. I haven't a clue.
Okay.
I can't be talking about Witcher at the minute. I'm playing this other. I'm playing Divinity, so I'm like this other fantasy world is in my head at the minute. So
I think if anything, this show is going to make me want to play The Witcher.
Right, probably.
It's going to draw a lot of people back. Maybe Nintendo I've just hit the nail on the head with porting it to Switch.
They might actually
just the right time. Oh my god, it's gonna
I might read the books actually.
There you go.
This entices me enough. Apparently the guy who wrote the Witcher books hates the games.
No way.
Like despises them.
Why?
Yeah.
Just so much offbeat from what he was trying to
that maybe, and also the fact that like he doesn't like games in general. He's like, they're not gonna be
what's his name? Like Nick is it Nick Nicholas
something?
Yeah.
Oh, but he hits the guys who made the games as well. He sold, this is what he did. He sold the rights to his books to CD Projekt Red for like €12,000 or something to that effect. They offered him a percentage of the sales, but he said, no, I want cash now.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Did he not think that this was ever going to be?
No, he thought this was going to be complete garbage. And then he sued them.
Did he?
Yeah, because he said, you've made way more money off of this
than you
let on that I could make
way.
Or something like that. And I think he won. I think he got money back as well. But like, he could have been swimming in cash, but he resents the fact that people are reading his books because of the game. He thinks people play the game because of his books. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Like, you're way off base, buddy.
Who cares though? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should just be so proud that you've created this world that's encapsulating so many people.
If they can make a good game out of it, then you must have written a good book. Right?
Exactly.
If they can make a good TV show out of it, then you know. But some people are better, Chris.
Wow. Fair enough. Speaking of CD Projekt Red, do you think they're going to pull it out of the bag big time with Cyberpunk?
I mean, it's looking pretty good. I don't know. They have such unbelievable hype to live up to.
They have to. I mean, they're looking to come back out on top after fucking Red Dead, aren't they? Like,
they didn't do Red Dead, did they?
No, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like, they had The Witcher, and then Rockstar was like, well, you know what? Here's kind of our answer to open world. Let's see what you can do. So now I'm waiting. Yeah. And then Rockstar just got to come out with GTA and just be like, well, you know, let's hit the fuck down.
Thankfully, they have different sort of. Well, no, that's it. Like,
it's who can create the greatest open world experience.
But they're both targeting the same kind of MO now. It's like in a city.
Yeah.
Kind of like crazy extreme version of reality.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to Cyberpunk at all?
Oh, it's like your top
number
one game that's coming out. Yeah.
Excellent.
When it comes.
Excellent. That's all I can remember from Comic-Con.
There's probably a bunch of stuff. To be honest, we're not mad into comic book stuff.
No, I just like hearing like the movie news and the show news and stuff
yeah.
like that. So I apologize if nobody was expecting us to talk about Comic-Con. The one fan. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Come on.
Anyway, let's fly on from that. I've no other news this week, Lee.
I have a tiny bit of news, and ironically enough, it is about something Comic-Con stuff. It's actually, Chris, it probably doesn't interest anybody but us.
Okay.
But I just thought this was amazing when I read it.
Okay, yeah,
do you possibly know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah.
It is Terry Crews says he would very much like to do a Gears of War movie with Dave Bautista.
Oh.
Could you imagine? This is Gears of War, guys. You probably, if you don't know what this is,
just use the timestamps down below and you can get straight into the conversation.
Just give us a minute to fanboy here, okay?
Okay.
Could you imagine Bautista as Marcus?
Terry Crews as Cole?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And somebody put in the comment below, and I was like, not so sure, but maybe.
Yeah.
What's his name? Bradley Cooper as Baird. I could see that.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Bradley
build
Cooper's
up.
he would have to bulk up a little bit, but he has the demeanor, he has the personality. Oh shit! It's all. Now we just need a really solid Dom.
Impossible to cast. Can't think of anybody who could do a good Dom.
Serious?
I can't. Maybe what do you call him? Oh, what do you call that dude? He's the Punisher on the Netflix show.
Oh yes.
He's in Walking Dead.
Yes.
He could be a good Dom. Possibly. Jon Bernthal
is right.
He could be a good Dom.
I don't like him though.
I've grown to like him.
I don't.
I hated him in The Walking Dead because I hated his character.
I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Yeah, I think maybe that's it. I don't like his character. Yeah, but your character can't. Oh my god! But I seen this before, and I seen like this, all these like speculations and cast members and who would make good cast. I can't think. It doesn't matter. I'll come back to it because I can't think of the name of these guys. So, but I seen a really good Victor Hoffman as well.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this would be so good. Then we just need a good Anya, a good Sam.
We've
got a good cast. Now, where would you, getting off track a wee bit, hypothetically, where would you want this to be set if they made a movie?
This is where I don't know. I think maybe just do the first game.
Do you want to do a game, or do you want to do events between a game?
See, it's kind of like when you know what happens in the game, it's hard to care about what happens between the games.
Yeah, I get that. You kind of just want to see that on the big on the big screen.
That being said, the events between 2 and 3, because we don't really know what happened there.
Yeah.
Well, have you read the books?
I have. Yeah.
Then that probably explains it.
That's what I mean. If they just brought the books to the screen, it would make phenomenal viewing.
Well, then maybe that's probably what they should do.
See if they brought the slab.
You talked about the slab.
The slab is like one of my all-time favorite books. Or Anvil Gate, maybe. Big battle.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, they could do it the way Anvil Gate is wrote as well. So we're like you're at Anvil Gate, and then you're like a present day.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I don't know. There could be some good stuff. I'm getting excited.
That's also hearsay. Yeah. So
I hope it becomes. I apologize.
I hope it becomes they say.
Yes,
they
definitely.
Say? We say.
I hope it becomes transcript.
But yeah, that's the only piece of news I got because that interested me. And that's why I saved it.
That's so good.
I'm bad at bringing news to
if
the masses.
Anybody else at all that ever listens to this podcast once ever is even remotely excited about Gears of War or likes Gears of War, you could let us know who you think would make a good cast or what your opinions are on a movie. I'd love to see it.
Tweet us.
Yeah, you
Facebook
can
us.
Tweet us. You could Facebook us. Just comments in the section below, or you can email us. The email will be in the description of the video.
We're podcast@xigaming.com.
There you go.
That's the email.
There you go. This guy knows it.
You got no excuses.
So it's podcast. I gotta write that down. @xid.
I wanted to talk a wee bit more about Gears of War, just because we're on the topic, and just
Please.
for anyone who's not interested, we'll just push through this and be done.
Again, timestamps down below where you go.
I was playing the tech test recently.
How was it?
Really good. I've never enjoyed Gears multiplayer that much before. No. We've never, apart from playing like
Horde
with bots.
On
the Guardian mode.
Yes.
We haven't really done.
Guardian's a great game.
But they finally changed things enough for me to enjoy it.
Okay.
Not in the main mode. So like Gears Online has always been dominated by shotguns.
Yeah, Nasher. It's just a Nasher fest.
Yeah, I just couldn't care less. But
no,
could not care less.
Wall sighting and Nashering all over the place.
But in this arcade mode, all we have available in this like demo or this test is arcade team deathmatch, and then like a couple of like those standard modes with the shotgun.
Yeah.
You don't get the shotgun as a starter weapon. So you get a pistol, a lancer or a hammer burst, and either a smoke grenade or a stun grenade.
Nice.
Right? So there's no shotgun straight up. And immediately things are just better, Chris.
Yeah.
Everyone is like pushing. If you want to like sort of like win a map, you got to use 2 or 3 to go and take over like sort of key areas.
Yeah.
You're sitting, moving up through cover. You're just sort of
no one's just absolutely going ham with a shotgun. The shotgun is almost like the sought after weapon. Then
that's it. Yeah. But this is the thing, right? I was kind of playing that and I was like, this is fun, but like eventually it just gets to the point where like you're doing the same thing and you're just like popping up and putting someone down to low health, but then they go down.
Then someone else revives them.
Yeah, and they come back and then you're kind of fucking about. The thing they did that kind of makes it work is when you get like 2 kills, 3 kills, then you can just like auto upgrade your gun. Oh. So it's like, not auto upgrade, it's like, say you get 3 kills, you can get a bolt hawk now.
Oh,
right? I get 6 kills and you get yourself a long shot.
Oh.
So, Chris, I was playing this game, right? And I was like doing okay. I was like, okay, I'm killing people.
Yeah.
Also, they increased headshot damage with the Lancer. So now when you're in like little battles with people, if you can get for their head, like you can take them down pretty quick. And it's like, I'm like doing good. And then I get the long shot. It's like, fuck it, I'll try the long shot. I get like 4 headshots in a row.
No.
And I'm looking at myself going, I'm not meant to be good at this game. But like, there's something about this mode.
It sounds good. What are the maps like?
There's only 2 maps to test, right? Okay. But both of them have like one area that is kind of like, if you have it, you have a good advantage, but enough sort of flank points where everyone's going to sort of come at you if you go there.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the maps. One of the other maps kind of has like it's balanced. There's 2 areas right across each other, so there can be people up there shooting each other, and then people down on the flank. They're good. They're fine.
Yeah.
Just in general, the game is better online. Talking about the game itself, don't really know what to tell you. It's more or less just standard Gears, but like I've never been one to hate on that.
No,
because I like me some Gears.
Gears is just a fine game.
My opinion on this game will be reserved exclusively for the campaign. You know what I mean? I'll probably play the multiplayer now because it's not shit in my eyes.
It's not awful.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But I'll reserve it for the campaign, and if Horde is good.
I'm not even that pushed on the campaign. Like, I'm not excited about it, but I just have to play it to see
what happens.
Exactly.
I'm hoping they can like sort of use that to like kind of like.
I'm hoping we can also do a co-op play of it because it's like tradition at this point.
Know, yeah.
You know, we've gone through everything together, so we may as well do this. Brothers to the end.
Gears is so good. But anyway,
so much feels.
Let's push past that. Gears is in the past.
That. Yeah, Gears it is indeed. So
what's up?
Well, we're going to go on to our main topic if you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to this week.
Did you get some?
I did. I got some. Yeah, I brought them up, and then I have the Reddit open so we can kind of go through. But this is the Empty Promise podcast. We will find all of our previous podcasts and this one over at youtube.com/excitegaming, where you will find the video version of the podcast and a couple of other videos that we have thrown together in the past.
Thrown together being a very, very good descriptor.
Yeah. If that is no good, or you wish to take us with you on the go, which I highly recommend, you can find us at any podcast hosting service. No call for me to name them all. They're in the description.
Also, I didn't write them down.
I did not. But it's any podcast hosting service.
Yeah. Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts.
You've thrown us onto a few more as well, haven't you?
Like Tune In and iHeartRadio and all.
There you go. They're all there. Everything's there. You know, we're making this as easy as we can for you. So, do go find that out or check that out and let us know in the comments below. You know, just get in touch with us about anything. Yeah. Thoughts, opinions, questions, thumbs up. Whatever
concerns,
you want.
Worries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your most intimate fears.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to help, but we'd like to know.
Absolutely. And thank you to everybody who supports us on the regular. We love you very much.
We love you very much.
This week on the podcast, we are diving into the annals of Reddit. I've always thought that was a weird, diving into the annals of Reddit once again. We do this from time to time on the podcast because Reddit provides us with such comedy.
Yeah, it's gold, man.
That you just can't get from other sites. And this week we are going with the thread, Am I the Asshole? Yeah. Which Dee brought to my attention a couple of weeks ago, and I'm not going to lie, I'm hooked on it.
It's good.
It's so addictive,
It's
Dee.
the perfect amount of just like drama.
Yep.
And like
it's like,
pettiness,
oh my God,
judge people.
Exactly. I love judging. Who doesn't like judging people?
You may say I'm not one of those people. When you get into a good thread and you're like, oh, this guy's a total dick.
Yeah. We're going to try to solve some moral dilemmas here tonight on the podcast through Reddit. So I'm looking forward to some of these. I've got a couple loaded up, and then I have the app open so we can go ahead and.
Perfect. I actually got quite a few of these. I initially searched to try and find the most controversial.
Excellent.
So the ones where it's like...
yes. It's like, that's particular. Now, have you just got the title, or have you went into the comments and stuff?
For one or two of them, I think I got the comments, but mainly it's just like the description. Am I the asshole? Here's my story.
Yeah, perfect.
And we'll make our judgments.
Perfect. Do you want to start us off?
Okay, sure. I want to keep it a little light. I'll start off pretty light. Okay, here's one. Am I the asshole that if Jurassic Park were real, I would tell my husband that he cannot go?
Oh.
He said he would be careful and be sure to mitigate risks. I'm surprised he thinks this, as I know he has seen all the movies, and the movies totally showed that the safety measures always worked out great and dinosaurs never ate or harmed anyone in any of the movies. Am I the asshole for being controlling, or are there some situations where it's okay to insist your husband not do life-threatening activities? If there are such situations, where is the line drawn? What about skydiving, riding motorcycles, etc.?
I mean, I think, she says there at the end, what about like skydiving and riding motorcycles? Yeah. But I think that's just because they're just common things.
Yeah.
I think you would be an asshole if you didn't allow that.
Right.
I don't think as such she would be an asshole for fearing for her husband's life after what we've seen from the Jurassic Park movies. But
say it's not fearing for his life, it's saying you can't go because I don't want you to go.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's not, I don't want you to go because I don't want you to die. Yeah. She does fear for his life, but she's not saying don't go. She's saying you can't go.
You can't. Oh, I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think that's tough because it's like, the way I'm seeing it is, you're fearful for that other person. You don't want to let them go. Right? You can't let them go because they're going to die. There's fucking dinosaurs in the park.
Right. But Chris, it's Jurassic Park. Like if I said to you, you can't go to Jurassic Park. Oh, right? Why? It's like you can't go to Disneyland if Disneyland was dangerous.
Yeah, well.
Keep close eye on your kids, that's all I'm saying, okay?
Fuck. Get a leash. You know? I get it. I don't think this lady is an asshole. I wouldn't class her as an asshole. Not an asshole.
That's fair. I am annoyed. I have it here, but it won't load the judgment that the community came to.
I would say not an asshole.
I think the consensus here was asshole.
Oh really?
Yeah, according to the tag, the community decided that she was in fact an asshole.
Wow.
You can't tell your husband what not to do.
There you go.
What if he told you not to go?
I know.
Yeah, tables the turntables.
I've got a petty kind of crime one here.
Oh, yes.
Would I be the asshole if I gave my neighbour the rest of his cigarette butts back? I came back from a 6-week vacation only to find my flower garden had been littered with cigarette butts. They all came from my neighbour. He's the only one that still smokes. I went to his house and politely asked him if he could clean them up. He told me to F off and then slammed the door in my face. Since everything was mixed in with the mulch, I had to get in my hands and knees and pick everything out by hand. 47 cigarette butts. I've been mailing them back to him one by one with a simple note: don't be an ass, pick up your trash. I've sent 26 so far, and his wife has just come to my house and talked to my wife. She made a peace treaty and apologized on behalf of her husband. My wife is furious with the amount of pettiness that I have displayed, and told me that I need to stop. I don't know if I can. I feel like I'm emotionally invested in this now. I mean, he sent his wife to apologize to my wife. He didn't even have the decency to apologize to me man to man. Am I the asshole?
It's hard to say.
I mean, I genuinely don't think he's an asshole here, because the guy should not have been putting his butts into that man's flower.
Thing to do,
into his flower garden in the first place. He was on a 6-week vacation. You know,
I mean, if anything, if you're a neighbour, you should be offering to go and
water the flower, things. Look after it. You know,
but I mean, I can't say this guy's an asshole. You know. But I can understand where the wife is coming from.
Then the pettiness kicks
it's
in.
like, you know, there's being pissed about something, but then there's a certain element of vindictiveness to go and post individually 27.
Yeah, he's gone 26 so far. He's done 26 of these so far. Like, you know
what I mean? It's like, where does this stop?
Yeah, maybe after 2 or 3, you're like, okay, he gets the point. He's gone 26.
Or dump them all on his front porch or something.
Exactly.
But it's like he's
put them through his letterbox or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, realistically, he's not an asshole.
I don't think he's the asshole.
If he continues to do it after the peace treaty, though, maybe he's taking.
But he sent his wife as well.
Yeah, that was.
Just go and speak to the guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't send someone else to. Never send sheep to kill a wolf.
There you go. This guy, he may only be posting cigarette butts now, but watch out, this guy's a fucking wolf. Nah, he's not an asshole. I mean, do you know what the consensus was there?
The consensus was not the asshole.
You're not the asshole. That's fair.
No.
I mean, a lot of people on that subreddit tend to these things called validation posts, where they're like, they know they're not the asshole, but they just need
of course,
to agree.
Yeah. A lot of people saying he's awesome for doing that. So I don't know.
Here's one, Chris. Here's one that I've actually got 2 here I want to talk about. Okay, I'll go with this one. This one's a little bit. This is a kind of in-depth one.
Good.
Am I the asshole for buying from my friend's competitor because she wouldn't give me any sort of discount for her cupcake business?
Ooh.
So she went to the competitor instead. Excuse me. Basically, my friend Jenny has this little business making specialty cupcakes.
Delicious.
I've had them a few times before. Most recently when she gave me 6 for my birthday. I told her I wanted 2 dozen because my son was having his going away party to college, and I'd happily pay for them, and she agreed. Last weekend I asked her if she can get them to me this Saturday morning. She said she'd get to it and asked if I wanted to Venmo I think this is a
it's like a PayPal. It's like a form of payment.
Thing.
Yeah.
She wanted me to Venmo. If I wanted to Venmo her $95 or use another payment. So 95 quid for 2 dozen cupcakes.
Yeah. Okay.
At that point, I knew her prices were a little on the high side, but I thought $95 was absolutely outrageous. I asked where she got the 95 from, and she said there were $42.50 per dozen and $10 delivery charge. I told her that's way too high and asked if she would be okay for doing it for like $45 to $50 and give me a friend discount. She got really offended and got mad that I had the audacity to ask to give her half of a normal customer. I wasn't really a normal customer though. I'm her friend, and she and I both know that $95 for some cupcakes was a little outrageous for some cupcakes. She remained firm and said it was offensive to even ask for that, and I apologized and said I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. Also, that I think it's best she doesn't make the cupcakes, and she was okay with that. About an hour ago, we were talking on the phone, and she asked how the party went, and I said it was great, and I just gave them some cupcakes from this mom and pop cupcake shop down the street. Until this point, the conversation was normal and friendly, but when I mentioned the shop, she got quiet and then yelled, "What the fuck? How could you buy from another shop over your friend?" I got flustered at the sudden aggression before responding back, probably in the same tone, that the shop wasn't trying to rob me over some cupcakes, and it was way more affordable. She paid $65 for 2 dozen cupcakes delivered. She saved herself $30.
Yeah.
She said I couldn't believe I would go behind her back, that because I couldn't be asked to pay a little more to help a friend, especially since I promised her I would months ago. I told her I'm not obligated to buy her cupcakes, especially if she wasn't willing to lower it to a competitive price, and to honestly call me back when she stops throwing a tantrum. I hung up and she texted me saying, "Fuck you." So I just ended up blocking her in the end.
No.
So good friends, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
My husband said I should have just bought from my friend. He reasons that they already gave us free ones last time and we can afford the little premium. I told him that it wasn't even about the cupcakes. It was about the rude, hyper-aggressive behaviour for being asked for a simple discount and then getting pissy when I bought them from someone else's. Am I the asshole, Chris?
I wrote down my verdict halfway through that because I just thought I would say no, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
And I'll tell you for why. This person is supposed to be our friend. So I was thinking in terms of if you started the cupcake making business.
Yeah.
Or if I started the cupcake making business, sorry. I was making these. If you came to me and you said to me, "Look, it's a birthday coming up and a party," you know, why would I need to charge you full price? I'm clearly already making a nice little business of this.
I make a bit on the side.
For my best friend, I don't need to charge that much. Do you know what I mean? And she said, could you do it for $45, $50? Yeah, of course. The key to business is repeat business. You know,
from like a personal standpoint, and a business standpoint.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
It makes sense. I would say not the asshole.
That's fair.
Fair. I just wouldn't. And the husband reason that you can, we can pay for them, and they give us free ones last time. Well, they give you free ones last time because they try to get one foot in the door.
Yeah.
And
but Chris, see, they're friends, so she gave them free last time because it was her birthday. It was a present.
I don't know. What's your opinion on this?
I think she sounds like a complete freak.
Really?
Yeah.
The asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it's like, right, okay, you can maybe hope that you'll get a friend's benefits discount. Friends benefits, that's completely wrong. Sorry, I apologise. It's not friends benefits at all, right? It's just a friend.
Cupcakes everywhere.
Just a friend's Matriate, that's what it is. You can hope, right? And you'll be like, oh, maybe they won't charge as much. But like, if they charge you the price of the thing, and you ask them to make them for you, you pay the price of the thing.
Tell me this: if I started my own business, and let's say, for example, I'm going to make T-shirts, and it's coming up to Christmas, and for your birthday day, which is in like say May time, I give you buy a T-shirt, and I throw one in for free. Coming up to Christmas,
cheers, lad, thanks.
Business is going well, so I've upped my prices slightly. And you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to get some gifts for the family, some extra gifts. I want 5 T-shirts. And I charge you full whack, and it's more than you were expecting. Would you get offended at that?
No.
Because
it's Christmas. You got to make your money.
You see?
Yeah.
You see, I don't think you understand as a friend that I gotta make money.
You know what I mean?
Not the asshole.
Oh, but she did expect him.
Oh, she did expect. Sorry, yeah. I was just.
But I understand where you're coming from. It's like, you know, you're charging $30 more, and you only ask for a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
There's no need to freak out. Like,
yeah. It was just a simple question.
She could have just said, I mean, I know I did before, but like, you know, money's tight, I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
She freaked out and yelled at her.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, she flipped the lid. Yeah.
Yeah, they both. Yeah, and then they had a big spat and they blocked each other.
I mean, I think there's an option in this thread for everyone sucks here. Everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
I'm leaning that way,
Yeah.
but I still think that the lady who went down the road to the cheaper is
in her right to do it. Like,
not the asshole, because I would go somewhere where something's cheaper. If you get petrol, if you get fuel, you would obviously go to somewhere that's cheaper. You know what I mean?
But if it's your mate, Chris, you're looking to help them out.
If I started my own petrol company,
you go down and you can people moans up the road. Oh, Chris, that's big business now.
I mean, I don't know.
Especially in South Armagh, that is big business.
What was the general outcome of that one anyway? Do you know?
Asshole. Yeah.
Asshole?
Someone said, though, I think it's the way that she wrote the post, I think, that got her in the most trouble. Because I think we can both see kind of like...
Did she revisit
the two sides? No, actually, no. One of the comments I read about it is like, when you listen to how she describes it, she says, basically, my friend Jenny has this little business making specialty cupcakes. And someone commented,
it's almost like, this almost like, this little business.
Yeah.
She's just trying to do well.
It's like, if she's charging $95 for fucking 24 cupcakes.
Do you think that opening sentence, if she had to turn around and goes, my friend Jenny owns a very successful, booming cupcake business,
then you actually would have thought, why doesn't
she just give it?
Yeah.
It's the way she worded it. Yeah.
But I think, I don't know.
We're hot wired, D. We're hot. You know, we don't see the full picture anymore.
Especially when we have an opinion, you know.
God, we got it.
Or when we're emotional about it.
You know what they say about opinions, D? They're like assholes.
Everyone's got one.
This guy. You finished my sentence.
There's a great fucking quote in. Do you ever watch Fargo, the TV show?
No, I'd love to,
Not
though.
the film. There's a great quote in that there. It's like, there's just, he's talking to this dude, and the dude is just not giving him what he wants. And he's like, hey, if I wanted an asshole's opinion, I'd ask me own. You're like, fucking right. Because this is one of my favorite ones now, right?
Okay.
And because I can completely get on board with the guy, because I'm not impartial here at all. My mind's made up.
Okay.
So
you're with the guy. You're with the guy who's writing.
Let's just say my mind's made up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Am I the asshole for calling my coworker chunky after she repeatedly calls me slim and makes references to my weight after I asked her multiple times not to? This is
so delicate.
A can of worms.
This is so delicate.
We are tiptoeing on eggshells right now.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I have a female co-worker. For some reason, it's worse that she's female.
It already is worse. In my head, this is awful. The train wreck.
Who repeatedly calls me out regarding my weight. She's also female, 5'9" and 115 pounds. What's that in normal weight?
115. I'll work it out for you. Go ahead.
It's light, right?
Yeah.
She is very overweight. All the time she makes comments about my weight. She doesn't call me by my name. She calls me slim, and I even heard her say one time, go ask toothpick. And she has said stuff like, you need meat on your bones and you need to eat. I've only worked there 8 days, and I've asked her very nicely to stop. Yesterday I asked her to stop calling me slim again, and she basically said it's her mouth and she can say what she wants.
Oh,
that paints an impression of the person, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
It's
does.
like,
as soon as you say that,
yeah.
Jesus.
Today when she said morning slim, I replied morning chunky. She got upset and started crying.
Oh dear.
Everybody here at work, and there's only 6 of us total, so it's a small sort of tight knit group, is saying I'm wrong and I should apologize because being called fat is different than being called skinny, because being called skinny is a compliment.
Nope.
I said as long as she calls me slim, I will call her chunky, and now I'm a bad person. Am I the asshole if I don't apologize? The owner/manager has completely ignored the situation, saying it's a high school issue, and we should figure it out.
Do you want my opinion? Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
No. Is that your opinion?
Absolutely
too?
no.
Absolutely not. No. If this person is bigoted enough, is that
bigoted?
Yeah. Is that a thing? I don't know what bigoted means.
Is like you're a bigot, like you're racist. And
oh, never mind. Well, if this person is, just stupid enough to every day say, how knowing fine rightly it gets her back up. hello
Oh,
Slim,
yeah.
you need to put meat in your bones, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're teasing, you're picking at them.
And then when she turns around and goes, "Hi, Chunky," she can't take it and cries. No, I'm sorry. For a start, you don't know this lady. We don't know that this lady who is writing this. I'm assuming it's a lady.
It is a lady, yeah.
We don't know that she didn't have any previous history with anorexia, bulimia, anything like that.
Exactly.
So saying that, calling someone fat is so much worse than calling someone slim. No, it's not.
It's not one bit.
Absolutely not, because you have no idea. You know.
That's actually the first thing Laura said as well. Is like, you know, just you can't make those assumptions.
No, you can't. You can't. Assumptions makes an ass out of you and me.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Don't assume.
I don't know. I just think.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think she's the asshole for that. In fact, I applaud her for just.
That's it. Like, yeah.
You know,
she stood up for herself.
And she cried?
The other girl cried. Yeah.
No. And the fact that she made that little comment saying, "It's my mouth, I can say what I want."
Yeah, that tells you all you need to know about this person. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. Everybody knows a mouth like that, don't they? Just a complete sprouting shit, and you can't stop it no matter what.
Desperately.
Oh. Yeah, and it's like you can't attack, but like this girl is picking on her weight, and then she picks on the other girl's weight, and it's like,
you can't take it. Don't dish it out if you can't take it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. But more info on this. She updated it later saying, there's only 6 of us working here, so there's no HR department to sort of deal with it. We're all regular employees. I went to the owner before I called her Chunky and asked him to talk to her because I felt she was harassing me, and that's when he said we can handle ourselves. That's why I called her Chunky. I told her to stop calling me Slim, and I didn't like it. She continued to do it. She didn't stop doing it after I asked her multiple times. And I didn't know what to do besides what she was doing to me. She brought up my weight. I brought up hers.
Yeah.
And there you go. Simple as that. I think that one's pretty clear cut.
I think it kind of also depends on what way this lady goes about after she has called the lady Chunky. Because I'm thinking about this. If she goes, "Hi Chunky," you just mean that, you call me Slim. "Hi Chunky," blah, blah, blah. But if everyone kind of approaches her, I'm thinking of this like as if I was at work or something, this is happening. And everyone is approaching her going, "Oh my God, did you call her Chunky?"
Yeah, yeah.
If she turns around and is just a complete asshole about it, like, "Yeah, of course I did." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then that would land her in more shit. I wouldn't like her anymore. But if she turned around and was just like, "Well, you know what?"
Yeah, I did.
She
called
fair
me
enough.
Yeah.
I don't know how to word that properly, but you know what I'm trying to get at.
No, I do, yeah. Some people would do that, to get the response. Like they would intentionally agitate.
Yes,
it wouldn't be kind of like, "I'm sick of this."
Yeah.
And then they respond. It's like,
it's
I'm
just
doing this to
it's an honest response.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
What was the general consensus then?
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Yeah, no one thought she was the asshole on that one.
That's a brilliant one, actually, D. Well done.
Thank you, Chris.
I have one here. I think it's quite good. Am I the asshole for buying a $3,000 computer without consulting my girlfriend?
Oh, damn.
So for background, my girlfriend comes from a more frugal family than I do. She has always deliberated more about prices and buying things than I do. She can spend months looking at different brands and buying guides before purchasing something, whereas I will see something I want, check the reviews, and if I can afford it and buy it, I do. This hasn't really been a problem before. Our finances are almost completely separate, but we do live together. This happened last week when I mentioned in passing that I was excited for the computer to come in the mail. She all of a sudden blew up on me that I shouldn't spend that kind of money without asking her. I can more than afford this computer. Am I the asshole?
I mean, I think it's complicated because they do live together, and it's like, if they needed money for renting something, and he spent $3,000 fucking dollars on a computer.
It does say though that they keep their finances separate.
Yeah, if they're both capable of making
financially stable,
making rent payments and whatever, electricity and shit, like, I guess not. I mean, I just think you're stupid.
I mean, there was an edit under this, people asking about in a guide of spending habits and how much they make. So he says he's putting it up $350K plus with investment returns, and she now makes $150K plus a year.
A year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's then.
I do not have a habit of overspending.
350,000 a year. Are they for real right now? Is this dollars or fucking
350?
like Nairobi fucking
high ruples or something?
Yeah, like something super inflated.
I mean, this is what he's saying. 350k plus investment returns. She now makes 150k. I make more than I spend. I do not have a habit of overspending. I only buy expensive things for stuff I use often, i.e. computers, stove, car. I do not buy $1,000 smoothie machines.
Well, I don't think I can call this guy an asshole, but I think he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I think, like, if you don't want conflict in your fucking home, don't go making big purchases without telling anybody.
Exactly, yeah. $3,000 is a lot to spend on anything, never mind a fucking computer, you know? And if you're living with someone and you're with this person, like, you have to put that thing somewhere. Exactly. You can't just take in a $3,000 computer and go, there, I have this now. You know, you got to give
I can see why she got annoyed, definitely. Like, she probably, because he said she was raised different, so like if that happened in her own home and like one of her siblings brought home a $3,000 computer, that would probably be madness. And she's reacting in kind, but like I don't think he's the asshole, but I do think he's just been a bit stupid there. Yeah. The
general consensus of this D was not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
With the most comments coming saying, as long as you're still paying your part of the rent, it shouldn't be any of her business. But this should be a huge red flag for you.
For him?
Yeah. Knowing that she's kind of a wee bit like, woo.
I would say what he did would be a red flag for her.
Really?
Equally.
Well, there you go.
You know what I mean? Cause like,
true, very true actually, if he's going and spending this dosh. He does say though that he doesn't invest. It's almost like an investment. He doesn't spend that kind of money on anything that he doesn't, either need or use a lot.
No, but like, you went and bought a car there.
True.
You know, like that's still like a lot of money to put down. You need that.
Yeah, true. True.
Still got it.
I get it. I would say not the asshole.
Yeah, I don't think he's an asshole.
No.
Yeah, I can see why she got upset.
Yeah.
Fuck. See, I'm more frugal myself.
Would you be frugal?
I think I'm more frugal. Yeah, I definitely.
You think about purchasing things
big time. Yeah.
Run it over in your head.
I do the reviews, and I look up.
Me and you couldn't live together, D. I'm the opposite. I'm like I see something. I'm like, if I want it, I'm like, I'll spend it, and I'll think I'll worry about it later.
You can afford it. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I'll just get it, and I'll think about the cost.
I read
later.
the reviews, Chris, and oftentimes I convince myself that I don't actually need it.
Yeah,
walk away.
If I did, I would convince myself more often, and I'm trying to do that now.
I'm a terrible man though for a bit of tat. You know what I mean? Like for example, I was in Tesco the other day and I bought myself 2 fucking camping chairs. For no other reason than I thought it might be nice to sit out in the sun.
Exactly, but it is nice. That's an investment, you see.
And it was only 15 quid.
There you go.
12 quid. It was only 12 quid. And I'm like, that's not a whole pile of money.
It's not a whole pile of money.
You know what I mean? And I buy wee shitty things on Amazon occasionally,
I'm desperate for putting like little couple of anything under a $5 into my basket in Amazon. And I'm thinking at the time, I'm like, oh, it's under a $5, it's fine. And then like 2 or 3 weeks will pass and I'll go into my basket and I'll see the last thing, which was it was like a couple of quid, and I'll just be like, buy all. And I don't even realize when I'm having shipped to my house. The next thing I see my card was deducted like 100 quid. I'm like, what's coming to my house? I don't know. Sometimes it's worth the surprise. Other times it's not. I have another one here. It's a bit controversial.
Oh yes.
Would I be the asshole if I asked my neighbour's quote special son to stop petting my dog? We live in a condo community and the boy, who is 11 years old, is mentally disabled. One day he asked if he could pet our dog, and I did not see any issues if he pet for a little bit, as my dog is extremely friendly and loves everyone. But now it has escalated to the point where he sees her outside, and every time he comes running over to pet her. He is constantly putting his hands and face near her mouth when I get up close. He is constantly putting his hands and face near her mouth, and when I get up to come inside with my dog, he tries to come into our house. He then hangs out in our porch for a while, and he keeps trying to look into our windows and try to get a look at our dog. The boy's mom, who constantly tells him to come back home, but never actually gets him to come over. She just stands at the porch yelling at him, and he will not listen at all. Obviously, this causes extreme anxiety to my wife and I. At least one of us sits out there with our dog. But with him putting his hands near her mouth, it does worry me. She will bite him maybe. Also having him peek into our windows is not something that we want going on either. I do not want to be an ass by asking his mom to keep a better eye on him, but my dog is outside to take care of her business. I will not go there with him being there. I do not have an issue if he would come over a few times a week, but right now it's a few times every single day. Aww. Would I be the asshole? This is a tough one.
This is a really tough one.
Isn't it? This is
I just feel really bad for that kid, though.
Yeah, exactly. The child doesn't know any better.
He's not doing nothing wrong.
Exactly. I don't know where it lies.
Yeah.
Does it lie with the parents? Does it lie with them?
I think, yeah.
I mean, they're not doing anything wrong either. No. They're just letting their dog do the business.
But they don't want it to continue.
No.
You know? I mean, there has to be a point where you say, like, okay.
I think that they have to maybe lay down ground rules.
Yeah.
Talk to the boy. Maybe say, you know.
But you see, that's the thing. That's the problem.
Boy.
You probably can't talk to the boy. You probably have to go to the parents.
Parents.
Because you tell the boy you can't pet the dog anymore. They're probably not going to understand why.
Exactly.
And it's like,
true. Well, maybe if they made like some kind of like, I don't know, quote unquote schedule for him to come over and see and play with the dog, that might work.
But the problem is, Chris, is when you go over to this parents' house and propose a schedule, it's like, why can't we just leave it the way it is?
Yeah, true.
You need to.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
You have to say it. I mean, it's a shitty thing.
It is a shitty thing,
but it's a shitty situation to be in.
Yeah, it really is.
Bad for everybody there. I don't think they're wrong though for wanting that.
I think,
like on a personal level, if you just don't want that extra stress to be dealing with, you want your dog to go out, do your business, come back in.
Exactly, they have that stress, and the dog won't go when the child is there. Plus, he's also peeking through windows and stuff.
Yeah, you know,
you got to draw some kind of. I mean, the parents should be monitoring that, I think.
But it's very difficult to say to a parent, you need to control your child.
I know, and I'm thinking of this this whole time. It's in my head. It's it's a child that doesn't have special needs, whereas this is a guy who is mentally disabled, an 11-year-old mentally disabled boy. So obviously, I don't even know how much more difficult that would be, but I assume a lot.
Yeah.
So
it's
so difficult that one.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they just need to lay down some kind of ground rules. Talk to the other parents and just explain the situation.
Don't say
don't be assholes about it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You know, would they be the asshole? I think there's a way of doing that without being an asshole. It's just sort of just saying, you know, listen, could we have whatever his name is, come over every couple of days to see our dog, and then whenever we have him out in the yard, just ask him not to come over so that he can do his business. And it's just because it's difficult at the minute, blah, blah, blah. I think you could do it, you know? I don't think you'd be an asshole to want to do that, and there's a way of doing it, but it is, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with situations like that. You know what I mean?
It gives me like anxiety thinking that someone has to deal with that, because how the hell do they go about it?
I would lay up in bed thinking
awake at night, how am I going to do this? Yeah, exactly. General consensus of this one was not the asshole, but talk to the mom, not the kid.
That's fair.
And one of the things that people have been suggesting is maybe having like petting areas or petting times. Again, some kind of schedule or something, the days he can come over, but talk to the mother, not the child. You know, because obviously he may not understand. So I like that one though, because it was such. Yeah,
that's right on the precipice where you don't know what words you're going to teeter totter.
Big time.
I had a couple like that, Chris. You see, now some of these get really kind of like, just gnarly, just not pleasant. Like, no. So I kind of almost don't even want to read them. Like, I mean, here's one. Here's one that kind of falls into that. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that if she dies, I'll put her kid up for adoption?
Jesus.
Right?
Oh, well.
But here's the context.
Yeah.
I'm dating a girl who's 25 and the mother of a 4-year-old. We live together in my apartment, and I've been introduced to her kid's life. Last night when we were cuddling in bed, we were talking about death and stuff like that, and she asked me out of the blue what would I do about her daughter if she died, if the mother died. I looked confused and said, I guess she goes to your parents, or I don't know, giggles, foster care. So just let me, that particular sentence does not come across too good, sure?
No.
Right? I guess she goes to your parents, or I don't know, giggles, foster care. She stood up, and that startled me. She says, really? Then she got up and said that she's spending the night with her daughter. I still can't believe she expected a different answer. I told this to a few friends, and most of them said I was an asshole for saying that. Am I an asshole, really? You can understand his plight, all right?
How long has he been with this girl? Did it say?
It doesn't actually say, no. But he's only girlfriend, right? So it's not like fiance or more serious.
Yeah. I don't think he's the asshole.
You don't?
No. I think he's being honest.
Yeah.
You know, if worst came to it and she died, I mean, this guy I mean, quote unquote, just a girlfriend, but he's going to want to move on.
Yeah.
And he's not going to want to carry that baggage.
Yeah. Well,
in the form
I get what you mean.
of
like, you know,
a child.
if he's only known this child for like a year.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you're not going to have the emotional bond.
No, exactly.
To raise a child.
Exactly.
Right?
Will you even have an emotional bond if the child's not yours after something?
I mean, you'd have certain things.
You would, yeah, but maybe,
Here's my take on it. I don't think you're an asshole for not wanting to have to take care of a child after your girlfriend dies or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think he himself is an asshole.
Yeah.
Because he said, I guess she goes to your parents for, I don't know, foster care. Like, come on, man. There's only a certain type of person who can say a phrase like that and stick a giggle in there.
I know. Yeah.
Like, I get, you know,
you need to rethink your wording.
His answer is perfectly fine if he says, I don't know, maybe give her to your parents or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe foster care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd have to work it out.
There are subtleties. You know, there are things that you should say.
She's a mother, right?
Read the room.
Yeah. She is a mother. She does not want you to joke about the welfare of her child
true.
if she was to die.
Oh,
it's just like, you gotta be
a terrible...
not retarded.
True.
So that's why I think he's an asshole, but like those circumstances, like if you wanted to say like I don't think I could raise a child after you died, then I think you're an asshole for wanting that. But his response was fucking ridiculous. Oh god! Then I got some just pure dirty ones, Chris.
Okay, I have one here first. Hang on, let me go with this one. Am I the asshole for not sharing water with my girlfriend on a hot, humid day?
Oh damn! What?
I play slow pitch baseball as an outfielder. Lots of running around like a dog chasing a ball. I had a game yesterday and the temperature was 40 degrees Celsius with humidex, super hot, super humid, and hard to catch your breath. I bought a 12-ounce.
What's 12 ounces now?
12, like this.
Was that 12 ounce?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's nothing. A 12-ounce bottle of water, which is usually just enough for an hour-long game. I'm sitting in the dugout waiting for my turn to bat, and I hear my girlfriend yelling my name from the stands. I walk over to see what she wants, and she loudly asks me to bring her my water. It was kind of awkward as there was another 20 people in the stands, and I was worried if I said no, I'd look like an asshole. I said no anyway. Politely as I could, I said, hey, sorry, you're sitting in the shade watching. I'm sprinting around in the hot sun and I need my water to stay cool. She then said, well, can you at least throw out my gum for me? And proceeded to take her gum out of her mouth and try to put it in my hand. I was a bit annoyed at this point and sarcastically rebutted, yes, Your Highness. Anything else I can do in between bordering on heat stroke? Before I walked away, I didn't take her gum. I heard the entire stand of spectators start laughing and a few of my teammates' girlfriends poked fun at her. I think I definitely could have handled it more diplomatically, but am I the asshole here? Super hot weather, trying to avoid heat stroke. She asks for my water and then demands I throw away her gum for her as I'm trying to catch my breath before batting.
No. You're not the asshole.
No.
The title makes it seem like you're walking along, you have a bottle of water.
That's what I thought as well.
She asked for
the drink, you just went, no, get your own water.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But he didn't even have it on him. Like,
no.
If he had it in his hand, then maybe you throw that up and get it back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Right?
But this girl
But then the gum.
I know.
The chewing gum.
I know.
No.
That's a bit much. That's a bit excessive, I think. Why could she not throw away her own gum?
A bit excessive.
Swallow it. Stick it underneath the stand.
Do any number of things first. Don't give it to the person playing
that you're here to watch. Yeah.
Fuck me.
I wonder, was that like a power trip move?
Maybe.
He says no to the water and she thinks, well, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to get you here.
I got to make you. I got to show these people that you're my man.
Yeah. You're like the gum on my shoe, sir.
Talk about red flags. That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
You do not. That's just fucking weird.
General consensus was obviously not an asshole.
Yeah, not the asshole.
Not an asshole.
But
not
a good
an
title.
asshole. Needy. Not an asshole.
That is actually ridiculous. Never mind. Like he says he thinks he handled it diplomatically. He handled it like superbly. That is super suave, if you ask me. He walked away and got the people laughing. He didn't leave like a sour taste in anybody's mouth, apart from her, obviously. But he could have said like, what he should have said is, take my gum. No, fuck off.
Someone has pointed out here. One person's comment was, everyone's an asshole here. because they argue that while yes, I get that you needed water and you were more physically active, it makes me wonder why, if you knew she was accompanying you, why didn't you grab 2 bottles of water on what you knew was going to be a hot, humid day?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Like, we need to know the circumstances. If he was like, before his game, he went and got water, like at I don't know, like a vending machine or something, and she was already way up in the stands, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if like they're traveling together,
Yeah.
then probably should get her water. But I still don't think you're an asshole if you forget to get water.
Yeah, they go on to say that her request about the gum, was it ridiculous? Absolutely. But your response shouldn't be to embarrass her in front of other people. And lastly, they comment, yes, Your Highness, anything else I can do? They said that was a real sucky thing to kind of say, kind of putting her down in front of other people.
I'm sorry, no. But that person who's replying, yeah, if you're writing a book and you're making the protagonist an angel, then that's what they would say.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I didn't want to make her feel embarrassed, so I just politely said no. Yeah. If someone says something is ridiculous, Chris, here, take that piece of rubbish and throw it in the bin for me.
No.
Yeah, she said no.
No. Anything else, Your Highness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to say that, but like,
but
if she asked me to do that,
for all
whenever
everybody else knows, they have a real jokey relationship anyway. They get on well like that.
This is it, you know?
I don't think he's the asshole.
No, he's definitely not.
But Jesus, take some more fucking water with you.
Yeah, that also is this like completely like bare bones amateur, or why do they not have people with water
exactly
at a sports game?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
it had to be bare bones.
Baseball lasts for hours. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know. He takes a single 12-ounce bottle.
That's just ridiculous.
Idiot. Freaking idiots.
Here, Chris, I've got two more that are really good, and they're kind of lengthy. I'll read them, but there's a couple of like just titles I want to read.
Oh yeah,
I think they're hilarious. Am I the asshole for telling a girl that I masturbate to her pictures? There's no way you walk out of that.
Everyone kind of sucks here, I guess.
I think maybe it probably is. Everyone sucks, but she was essentially being a bitch to him.
I don't know if it sucks. That should be a compliment.
I don't think that'll ever come across as a compliment.
It would never be a compliment.
She said, she keeps saying, I bet you've never done anything sexual, you loser, etc. I had enough, so I needed a way to make her feel uncomfortable. She said that comment again, but this time I responded differently. It went like this. I bet you've never done anything sexual, virgin loser. Him. Actually, I have. What? Haha, stop dreaming. I masturbate to your pictures every night. I have sex dreams of you. That just seems weird.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense and creepy.
Does not come
That's
out.
where you got to stop. Draw the line.
Yeah.
Read the fucking room.
There's more. As I say that, I looked her in the eye to make her feel uncomfortable. She looked really shocked at me and didn't know what to say. So I whipped out my phone and showed her
phone.
Insta pics that I had saved on my phone. I don't actually wank to her pics, but I need to make look I save her pics. She left the room and started crying. Everyone at school thinks I'm a creep and an asshole. Well, I wonder why. Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah, you are the asshole.
There you go, Chris.
Yeah, some things you just...
Let me see. Okay, yeah. This is just like a... this guy's just retarded, in my opinion. Would I be the asshole?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, this is not the one I thought it was. Oh, that sucks. Okay, the one I thought that I had was... Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I thought I had one about a guy who was complaining about like a fancy restaurant. His girlfriend wanted to take out to a fancy restaurant and was like, it was like really expensive, naturally enough. And he was complaining about how they only got entrees. They ordered entrees.
Yeah.
But his entree was like $26. It was like steak, entree.
Right.
Well, an entree is a starter, right?
An entree is a starter.
Yeah, it's a small.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So they both had entrees, and it was like coming up to somewhere around $60, including drinks. And he was like, "That's already way more than I'd pay for two people." And I'm thinking to myself, $60 for two people? What is that in sterling?
Oh, that's not bad. That's what,
40 quid?
40 sterling, 42,
40
quid. Yeah.
40 quid for two people for a good meal?
Yeah.
At a fancy restaurant?
Yeah, I'd take that.
He got steak?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so what he does is the meal arrives, it's smaller than he's expecting.
Yeah.
Right? He eats it, finishes it, waiter comes with the bill, and he announces, I'm not paying for this, as this did not live up to expectations and it's false advertising. Yeah.
Oh, don't do it at a fancy restaurant.
The manager comes out and explains the reason the dishes are smaller is because they use like sort of like fresher cuts,
better ingredients, blah blah blah. Yeah, of course.
And he's like, no, it's
what did he expect going to a fancy restaurant?
He sounds like a cheap bastard to me.
I think do your research.
Yeah,
if you're going to the restaurant, many places put up pictures of their food. There's reviews, blah blah blah. I think that's quite well. I think
the clincher for me.
Yeah,
he ate it first. Like if it comes out on your plate and you're like, that's not nearly enough,
and I'm gonna have to pay for this. No, let's take this back.
Take it back.
Yeah,
no, he ate it.
He ate it.
Can't beat that.
Yeah,
come on. Then.
True, very true.
But okay, Chris, I'm gonna finish up with this one.
Yeah, you got one, and then I have one to finish up.
I thought I had another good one there, but it's gone.
Okay.
This one, Chris, is possibly my favourite.
Okay.
It's a longie.
Oh, good.
A longie?
Yeah.
It's a long one.
It's a longie.
It's a longie, let me tell you. Am I the asshole for ignoring a co-worker who refused to use my actual name? Have you heard this one?
No.
Oh, this one's good. I worked in my office for 8 years. I'm on good terms with management and most of my co-workers. 5 months ago, a new guy was hired on a 6-month probationary period. I'm not a supervisor, but I'm definitely a senior employee. I'll call the guy Ted Farrow because he's a dick. I think that's his real name. Supervisor was going around introducing Ted to people, and when he got to me, he said, "This is John," and described my job. Ted says, "Hi, Jack." I said, "It's John." Ted goes, "What?" "My name's John, not Jack." "It's close enough for me." Supervisor says, "His name's John, not Jack. Let's move on." This continued for a few months despite reminders from supervisors when he referred to me when I wasn't present and myself. He continued to use the name Jack. I finally told him, "You either use my name or I ignore you completely, no matter what the situation is." His response was, "Sure thing, Jackie boy." What a wee weasel, right?
Oh, God. I think you sealed the fate here already.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
But this is the guy he's not the potential asshole. It's the guy talking, describing the situation, right?
Yeah.
Since I don't work directly with him, I figured screw it and I'd ignore him. Recently, he had a 2-day business trip that required car rental. I work late some nights, and Ted came to me and says, "Hey Jack, I'll be dropping the rental car off at 7 when I get back. See you there for a lift back to the office." So he's dropping the rental car off and he needs a lift back to the office. Mm-hmm. So the rental place closes at 6, so there's a drop box for the keys.
Okay.
Right. As promised, I ignored him. 7:15 rolls around on the night he's dropping off, and I get a call. I recognize his number, so I ignored it. He called 7 more times, then starts emailing. The first one was along the lines of, "Jack, I'm at Enterprise, come pick me up." Emails pour in every 5 to 10 minutes addressing me as Jack, Jacko, Jackie, and Jackie Boy. The emails also started being laced with profanity and a couple of threats. I signed out and went home. It was raining hard. Next morning, I saw that Ted had sent a few more emails. I printed them off. At 10 a.m, he storms up to my desk and screams, "Where the fuck were you? I told you when to pick me up. I had to take a cab. Do you know how much that cost me?" He goes on like that for a bit until his supervisor came and hauled me away and asked to speak to me, John.
Of course.
Supervisor says, Ted tells me that you ignored his request for a pickup when he dropped off the rental. He was caught out in the rain. I relayed what happened and showed him the printed emails. I'd highlighted the threats. Supervisor says, "I can see why you wouldn't want to spend time around him, but it was still kind of inconsiderate to leave him stranded in the rain. That's not the greatest neighbourhood, and he could have been hurt." Mm-hmm. With the threats and him being on probation, he no longer works here. Just try not to be an a-hole in retaliation to your co-workers. A few people of the office have commented that I'm the jerk for ignoring Ted and getting him fired. Am I the asshole? Nope.
Not even a little bit.
Not even.
Don't even let that thought cross your mind, sir. I'm just glad that he fueled us with that story.
The balls on that guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad that he's seen it through.
Yeah.
You know, he stuck to his guns. You know, a lot of people would just be like, "Oh God, this guy's got a, you know, he's out there, he needs a lift." All this guy. Yeah. But the fact that he emails him, Jack, Jackie, Jacko, Jack, it's close enough for me. You know, no. Your name is John. That's it. It's not that hard.
It's like, you know, you're trying to be funny, right? Yeah. You're not.
You're not.
Okay.
Let it go.
The joke is long gone.
Gone. You know, let it go. Be professional.
But like you can just tell he's the type of person, like, you know.
Yep. He probably thinks he's God's gift.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
he needed
just-
a lesson like this.
Yeah,
he needed a lesson
there you
like
go.
this. You
Taking
know?
down a peg or two. He's
Be
probably
considerate.
swarming into some other office doing the exact same bullshit.
Yeah.
You just know it.
fucking rolling into the joint.
My God.
Absolute. He is an absolute asshole. But this guy, I don't think he's an asshole. He's, in my opinion, you give him every opportunity.
Mhm.
You give him every opportunity.
Yeah. That's a very good one, D.
I think that's one
I
of my
like
favorites.
that, yeah.
I actually never seen that one. Laura was telling me about that one. I had to look for that one.
That's a very
So I
nice
definitely
one.
wanted to read it out tonight.
I'll finish on a nice sexy one for you, D.
Woo!
Am I the asshole for being mad that my birthday gift was sex?
I think
Did you read this
I
one?
haven't read this one recently,
Okay.
but I've heard this one.
On my
before.
girlfriend's birthday, I gave her a necklace that I spent $400 on. I wasn't expecting her to spend the same as me, but I was expecting something. Here's how it went down. After dinner, she asked if I was ready for my gift. I said yes, and she started giving me oral. She doesn't like giving oral, and I'm okay with that. She was giving bad oral, and honestly, I just wanted it to stop.
Oh.
Then she gets up and pulls me into my room, and we have sex. I feel disappointed. I don't think sex is a gift. I didn't expect a gift that was equal to what I spent, but I did want at least something. Am I the asshole?
I mean, did he even crack up at her? Did he
No.
did he
No,
vocalize his frustrations?
I don't think so.
No, you're definitely
No.
not the asshole.
No.
I mean, you just feel disappointed. That's
No.
fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think you could be the asshole for that.
I mean, how do you like went off on her and been like, "What the fuck is this?" And you're useless. blah, blah,
exactly.
blah.
Yeah, putting
No.
her down,
He just-
degrading.
He just feels.
He just went with it.
he feels disappointed because he didn't get a present.
Didn't
for
get
his
a present.
birthday.
He got sex on his birthday. Didn't get a present. No one asked him to spend $400 in the first
No,
place.
he did that because he liked.
Out of choice. Yeah,
He loves her.
but I don't think he's the asshole.
No. I mean, like he didn't expect $400 back. Like he expected a gift on his birthday. I think, as most people do, especially from a loved one.
I do. Yeah, I think that she maybe could have made more of an effort, maybe, and got him a gift.
Maybe she could have got him something, Chris.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I get
would
it,
be-
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be raging, but I would be like, oh, that sucks.
That sucks for you, but yeah, it's your birthday.
Yeah,
I do believe you should get something on your birthday.
Yeah. I don't want much.
No.
I don't want much. I just want the thought.
It's the thought
counts.
that counts. That's what everyone says.
But
General
no,
consensus of that one, D. Not the asshole.
not the asshole.
I love this Reddit thread.
It's an excellent.
It's a fucking tremendous.
You can get lost in there, Chris.
Oh, 100%. I highly advise it to anybody. And if you stuck with us this long,
There's new assholes on there every day.
Reddit, am I the asshole? Very, very good. Easy to get lost in. So much drama, and we are fond of drama on this podcast.
Everyone loves a bit of drama.
But thank you for staying with us this length. Before we finish up this week's podcast, we're going to get a little personal, find out what we get up to. I personally love this segment of the podcast.
Personal with the podcast?
Yeah, I do. I could do entire episodes personal with the podcast.
We could do that. We could do a personal podcast. Propaganda. Propaganda?
A propaganda personal with podcast pod. Just a big red hand.
And the Soviet national anthem.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Let's wrap.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. It's been a couple of weeks.
It has
been. We've last converged.
Mm-hmm.
What have I been doing? There's one thing that's been like big on my mind recently, Chris. I started playing a game.
Is it money? Is money on your mind?
Money's not on my mind, actually, no.
You started playing a game.
I started playing a game. I think so far it's my game of the year.
Ooh.
It's called The Outer Wilds. And basically the game is this.
Whatever way you said that there, I just pictured Bethesda's
The
Outer Worlds. Isn't that what it's called?
Worlds,
Yeah.
Very similar.
I was like, how the hell did you get this?
I'm way ahead of the game. No, it's called The Outer Wilds, right? And basically it is, you wake up and you're on this like weird little planet. You're like an alien dude. It's first person. And it's like, this dude's like, oh, you got to go up to the observatory to get the launch codes. You're like, all right, go up to the observatory, get the launch codes. You fuck about and you find out on your way that you're going to go like, get in a spaceship. You're going to go up into space for the first time in ages and blah, 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 blah. And you come down and you get up into your spaceship and you launch up and you're like, whoa. All of a sudden you're in like this little solar system. There's like about 4 or 5 different planets all around.
Okay.
And I go up and I can see like the sun and I can see these like planets orbiting around and it's like there's no markers, there's no nothing. There's nothing directing me where to go or what to do. All I know is that there's like alien artifacts out there somewhere and there's other like dudes who have spaceships out there.
Yeah.
And you just go.
You just go.
You just go explore.
No way.
And first thing I do is I go to like the little moon
Mm-hmm.
that's right beside the main planet,
Mhm.
and I land, and you land your spaceship and you hop out, and it's got low gravity, so you're hopping about.
No way.
You find little things. You find a dude. You speak to him, and it's like, oh, you might want to check this out. Blah 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 blah. And I go up to the south pole of the moon, and there's this weird like, it's like a spinning stone thing,
Okay.
and it's like, don't know what the fuck this is. You find like alien writing, and you can translate it, and it tells you that this is a contraption that's supposed to find the eye of the universe. You're like,
Okay.
don't know what the fuck that is, but that seems pretty interesting. And then this music starts to play. This like beautiful, like kind of like synthy, like just piano-y, sad but kind of like beautiful music.
Melodramatic.
And I look up, and the sun that was bright yellow before is now like deep, deep, deep red.
Ooh.
And then it starts to shrink and get whiter and whiter and whiter, and then it explodes.
No way.
And everything goes completely white, and the sun goes supernova,
Right.
and I get destroyed, and then I wake up back on planet Earth,
Mm-hmm.
the same as I did at the very start of the game. But this time,
Right.
I remember what happened. I already know the launch codes, and I hop back into the plane,
Mhm.
well, the spaceship.
The
I
spaceship.
fly back up,
Yeah.
but I already know about the dude on the moon. I already know about the thing on the bottom, and I know that it said to go to this other place to find out more. So
so now you go that way.
I go that way. And every 22 minutes, the sun explodes, and I have to find out why.
No
And
way.
Chris, I have never had so much, like, I've never felt like an explorer as much in all my life.
Wow.
Just every
What are you playing this on, by the way?
Xbox.
Oh, wow.
Every 22 minutes, Chris, I find out something new that just links me a little bit closer to what's going
Just
on.
that
here.
wee bit, just tantalizingly
It is-
close.
they have just found the perfect literal.
Who makes this game, or where did
feedback
it
loop.
come from?
It's actually like a brand new company called Mobius or something like that. But they won an award like 3 or 4 years ago because they had this idea of like time loops, and like, oh, it's so good. You always just have enough time to learn something new. You know what I mean? In those 22 minutes, it's
Yeah.
perfectly.
But
timed.
just enough that like it keeps you going, but not enough that it would kind of divulge loads.
Exactly. Yeah, you wouldn't get there too quick, and like things change. Like
Uh huh.
there's a planet that like is falling apart.
Yeah.
So at the start of the 22 minutes, it's there, and then if you get there too late, like half of it's gone. You can't go explore those parts. You have to get there sooner. Oh, it's just.
Do you like fight anything? Is there any combat? It's just exploration.
100% exploration.
See, that wouldn't appeal to a lot of people. That appeals to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make it work. It's like you don't feel the need to fight anything because you got puzzles to solve. You know, you got to work out. You're like, Chris. Here's one example. I can see on the other side of this planet, this tower that I want to go to get to, but I don't
Yeah.
know how to get there. And after 2 or 3 hours of playing and going to different parts of the game, I work out how to get there and I go back.
What
And
is
it's
it
like
called again?
Outer Wilds. The Outer Wilds. It is beautiful. The music, the soundtrack. I listen to it in the car on the journey here. It
Yeah.
is phenomenal.
Wow.
It's kind of like the other kind of theme to it is like they're like pioneers as well, because like it's all like primitive technology. It's space technology, but it's primitive. It's like
Yeah.
all this like kind of like been thrown together, just barely enough to work. So it's like you are a pioneer. You're discovering these things for the first time,
Yeah.
and you just feel like that. I'm just like, the game just makes me feel.
And it's just mad, just a big mad open world.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about it. It's completely open. There is no.
So how far
direction.
do you go? Yeah, I suppose you don't know yet.
Well, no, there is like the edge of the solar system. There's
Yeah.
nothing. Like you'd have to go so much further to find anything else. So
Yeah.
it's kind of pointless. But like, oh, it's so good.
This sounds great.
I am loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What
getting.
what kind of art style is it, or how does it look?
Yeah, it's like, how would I describe it? It's like not realistic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like not cartoony. though,
Cartoony.
either.
That's
No.
what I had in my mind when you were explaining that.
It's not cartoony,
Okay.
but it is. It's kind of like it's almost Borderlands like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not cell shaded, but
Yeah,
just kind of like
that
flat
kinda-
colors,
yeah.
you know. But like when you're up in space, it looks very real, kind of not very real, but like
Real for space.
Yeah.
I get you.
there's a bit as
Holy
well where
shit.
I like got to a station that's like right across the sun,
Yeah.
because it has fairly real physics as well. It's like when you get too close to the sun, it starts pulling you in because like it's gravity,
Gravity?
like, sucking you in, and I wound up on the station that's orbiting the sun really fucking close, and there's just a big glass panel, and you're just watching the sun like fucking fly past beneath you. And it's like, this is beautiful. And Chris, it makes you feel like kind of like there's awe-inspiring moments where you like just see the sun come up over the horizon of a moon. You're like, whoa, that is beautiful. The music starts playing. There's moments where you're genuinely scared because like you wind up on this planet, you have no fucking clue what's going on, and like this fucking creature like shocks you. Like there's so much going on. There was a bit where I wound up going into like there's like a big gas giant planet where it's like you can't see what's beneath what's on the surface because there's just clouds all around it, and I went into it and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then you land in, there's like water, and it's
how long ago have you started playing this? A couple of weeks?
About a week ago.
Sure, about a week deep.
So good.
Yeah,
so good. Anyway, I ranted, but that is my game of the year thus far.
Yeah,
brilliant. That's what I've been doing.
The Outer Worlds.
The Outer Wilds.
Sorry. Yes, the Outer Wilds.
Been playing that. Me and Laura have been playing Divinity.
Yes.
We finished it just yesterday.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun, yeah. It's a good game. I don't like turn-based combat.
Yeah.
But it makes it okay.
Okay.
Which is fine.
I don't like turn-based combat either.
But I bought the second one. I enjoyed it enough that I bought the second.
I get bored with turn-based combat.
In my personal life, haven't really done much, to be honest.
No?
It's been out in Belfast for the last while.
I get you.
You got next week off?
You off next week?
Off next week, boy.
Oh, I'm not off.
Got a full week off.
You lucky son
and
of a
I
bitch.
needed it.
What are you going to do? Staycation?
Talking about that.
Anything plans?
Would like to get away for maybe 2 or 3 days.
Any plans for where?
Nah, no plans. Well, I've left it too late, I think, at this point. But I'd love to go like to Donegal or somewhere for a get there.
Here. Never too late.
That's it.
Can always do it. Spur of the moment trips, always the best.
True. Yeah. Always the best.
You get that booking.com app where you go. No matter where you want to
lastminute.com, Chris.
There you go. Wow.
But it has been quiet.
Yeah.
Been itching to do like a gameplay video or a podcast.
Podcast
probably scratch that itch.
That's me now for the next month.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I get up to. See if it kind of jogs your memory.
Yeah. Cool.
But something I need to mention this because I forgot to mention this like 2 weeks ago. I was in the hospital for like an ultrasound and all. I had so a couple of weeks ago I woke up and I had this pain in my jaw. Shit. I was like, no idea what this is. Got worse when I started to eat, and I was like, it must be like a pulled muscle or something. I didn't think anything of it and went to work. Home that night, it started getting a wee bit worse. Next morning I woke up, my whole jaw was swollen. It was like big, it was quite big. I was like, oh, this isn't good. Went to eat, searing pain. I was like, this is really bad. This was the day that my family were taking off to Donegal. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Never mind. I'll be fine. I got some codeine, which are so good, so strong, so strong. I'm not a big fan of taking tablets or anything either, but I had to take something for this. Didn't think anything of it. I thought the paracetamol, this codeine will help. And I woke up Sunday morning then. I was off work.
Which was 3 days later.
I woke up Sunday morning and it had like trebled in size. My face had swole. So it looked like I got stung by like a bee, like a comical sting from like a bee. Swole. Now the swelling wasn't sore, it was just uncomfortable, but every time I went to eat, the searing pain was like shooting down like from my ear, if you can picture it, and then run like along like my jawbone.
Shit.
No idea what it was. Went to hospital, went to A&E in Uri Sunday morning, and sat there. They did an ultrasound, and it turns out that I had a lodged calcium stone in my salivary or my saliva gland, like right there behind the ear.
You had too much calcium.
Every time I went to eat then, because my body went to produce saliva, the stone was blocking it, and that's what was causing this pain.
Oh, that's grim.
So they gave me antibiotics in case it was infected, and they said they can't really give me anything to dislodge it, but I should be eating foods that stimulates salivary production or saliva production. So sour sweets, lemon juice, things like that. So naturally I got some sour sweets, but it just stripped my mouth. Do you know what I mean? Eating sour sweets, it just completely stripped me. So I looked up online, I googled what could be done, and there was this like Chinese doctor who gave
the best.
His like advice on how to massage in such a way that you could push the stone through. Now it hurt like hell. It hurt like fuck. You had to like dig 2 fingers in and like pull and forward, and I swear I could feel a fucking stone. I obviously couldn't because it was minute. But this pain, and then just like that, gone.
Just slipped away.
Pain gone. Pain gone, but it was still swole like fuck. Next morning it was still swole. Pain gone. Went to eat my breakfast. No pain kind. and pain-free since then.
Brilliant.
The swelling went down. I was like, holy shit, that was bad. That was a worrying couple of days. Because I woke and I seen my face. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't go to work. I was like, this is really bad. But
Christ almighty.
Turns out I had a stone lodged in my gland. I looked it up to see what it came from, and there was no real. It was one of those. It just happens.
There you go. You know? Fuck that.
So that's what I did. Was I telling you the last time that I finished the Pacific and Band of Brothers?
You
on the last podcast
finished the Pacific, maybe? No, I
finished Band of Brothers.
You finished both?
I finished both anyway. Yeah, great television day, unbelievable. I wasn't sure if I mentioned it, but yeah, terrific. Back to back. As soon as I came off Band of Brothers, I went straight into the Pacific.
Yeah,
and I don't know which one I enjoy more. Probably Band of Brothers.
I think I prefer.
But the Pacific is still such a good show.
You must have been speaking about this because we talked about this new one that they're going to do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it must have been. Then it was. So my family are all away for like the month, and it was my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. Oh. So after work last Saturday, I had Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So I went to Donegal to see them, surprise them. And we as a family then went out for a nice dinner in Donegal. Gorgeous day, gorgeous. Cute. We went to the Bayview bar in Dunlow, and I was thinking the whole time I was looking at the menu, I was thinking, if you come this far, you're right beside the sea, you got to get some nice fresh seafood. I got a fillet steak.
My man.
Yeah.
You know how to eat.
Oh, D, it was cooked so well. Peppered sauce, chunky chips, and I got vegetables with mine as well because you got to get some veg. Get some
veg in there for sure.
It was tremendous. I also then went for a panna cotta dessert.
What is panna cotta?
So it's hard to explain. It's like a jelly. It's a jelly consistency, but it's a dessert. It's almost like a custard.
Oh, right. Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about.
It would remind you of the inside of a creme brulee.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
But in jelly form.
Uh-huh.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious tea. I enjoyed every single mouthful, every single crumb. I enjoyed.
That sounds delicious.
What
is that? The Bayview?
The Bayview. It's just right as you go in. Yeah, absolutely. Right as you go into Dunlow. Really good. We booked it well in advance. I got my sister to book it well in advance, and it was delicious. Really, really good. What else have I got up to this week? I've been listening to a lot of It's Obvious Gaming.
Yep.
Specifically their Ask IOG, which
right.
I actually favour more, I think, than their podcast.
They always talk about how they're going to do another one of those.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, they never do anything.
I get it. I get it. It's hard to fit it in, but my God, if for some reason they're listening to this, or if any of them are listening, I know they tune in from time to time.
Hey, gosh.
But if you could do another one of those, that would be terrific.
Done quite a few. They've done 2.
Videos. I seen the Wolfenstein.
Quite a few. They've done a couple.
Did you comment on the Wolfenstein?
Yeah, I commented on Wolfenstein.
Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice short fucking
gameplay.
Yeah, it's just all the highlights, and it's so concise. I watched that and I'm like, I should just do that.
Just to do that, yeah.
5 minutes. That's all it is.
Just doing that, you know.
But they also did Gears, the tech test.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they made look. Whenever Garrett and Preston play games together, they just have a great time. Yeah, they just make all banter. Games look fun, don't they? Yeah. They do. I remember their Sea of Thieves one as well.
Brilliant. It was hilarious.
That game.
Yep.
It's not even that good, but it sold me.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoy it. Yeah, I'm glad that they're more prolific with their videos and stuff.
Their Ask IOGD, I can't they have 7 episodes at the minute. I can't recommend it enough, even to anybody listening to this, because they literally. They say that this show is fueled entirely by questions, and it is, and the tangents so hard, but some of the tangents are so good. Do you know what I mean? I love that kind of stuff when they just go off on one. But definitely.
Did you listen to the one with the guy Zach?
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Brilliant podcast. Yeah. Brilliant podcast. As you said, it's as if they were just a bunch of friends kind of catching up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was so natural and so good to listen to.
Terrific.
Yeah. That is like the only other podcast apart from Joe Rogan that I'm listening to at the minute.
That's the only other podcast apart from Joe Rogan and the Empty Promise podcast that you should bother listening to as well.
Yeah. We're the second best in the world right now.
Second best.
I didn't want to say we're top because no one can be top except us. But we're second. But yeah, definitely tune into some Ask IOGD.
Here, I got one for you, Chris. We got a pizza there the other night. Didn't go for Domino's, tried something different. Just was feeling in the mood for something different, right?
Ooh, feeling sexy.
I love pizza in Belfast. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
No.
They got a couple of branches, but I just didn't believe it when I seen it. We're building your own pizza, and it was like, what base do you want? Standard base. What sauce do you want? Tomato, sure. Barbecue, okay. And like tomato and herb, okay, fine. Peppered sauce. Peppered sauce, as in peppered sauce.
Please no.
Peppered sauce.
Are you serious?
Yep. So me and Laura got ourselves a.
You didn't, did you?
Peppered sauce.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey Chris.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah. It's not pizza.
No.
Don't get me wrong. It's not pizza.
It's a pizza shape. Mm-hmm. It's a pizza the way it's cooked.
It's got peppered sauce on it. It had chicken and bacon. Like all those things taste nice.
Yeah.
And the base, it works. It works pretty good. But
really?
It's not pizza.
Yeah. Peppered sauce.
It's just a nice thing to eat.
Okay. I like peppered sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one slice. It was Laura, because Laura loves, she takes pepper sauce with everything.
Yeah.
So it was like no brainer. But it's not. It's I probably wouldn't get it again in a hurry.
Yeah.
But it's a thing that exists and it's not that bad.
Wow.
Would you believe it?
What's it called? Love pizza.
Sauce. Yeah, love pizza. I was just shocked and appalled by it, Chris.
I'm looking very much forward to coming up the road to you now.
Yeah.
And we can
test out these new wheels.
Test out. Well, I was going to say we can test out some eateries.
Oh yeah.
Maybe do a podcast up in the great city of Belfast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. So
plenty of good eateries to test out.
Because I was thinking we should start getting a pre-podcast meal again, like we used to.
For sure.
We used to always do that.
Used to be
good. Yeah. Friar Tuck's, Waters's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through a few. We had a Domino's once.
That was so good.
That was so good.
I still remember that.
So do I. We took the Domino's to the studio. We just kicked back, enjoyed some za,
so tasty.
and then we went straight into a podcast, and it was great.
And we definitely should do a little podcast.
Yeah. If we can, I know it's so hard to kind of with us to arrange a time to get the podcast, but if we can decide a time, and then we can kind of just pick a place either close to you or close to here or close to anywhere.
Plan a day.
We'll meet. We'll eat.
Oh, get something to brain.
We'll feet. Sure.
We'll eat. We'll greet.
We'll
eat.
We'll meet. We'll eat. We'll pod. Nah. Yeah.
We'll greet.
It's like Vini Veni Vici. Is that what it is? I came. I saw. I conquered. It's like something. It's all there.
I came. I eat. I podded.
That's good. We should get that on a shirt. We're rebranding. The Latin podcast.
Spoken exclusively in English.
What else did I do this week? I finished reading a very interesting book, D, from
Aaron Ralston.
No, actually, I'm still not through that one yet.
I've seen that on your.
I'm reading Between a Rock and a Hard Place at the minute, which is good.
Brilliant.
But I've finished reading Viktor E. Frankl's The Search for Meaning. This was a guy who was confined to several prisoner of war camps, Auschwitz being one of them, during Second World War.
You told me about this.
Watched his family die, watched his wife die. Well, not watched them, but seen them be sent off to the chambers. Book is split into two different parts. The first part is his experience. The second part is what he calls this therapy he came up with called logotherapy. Basically, the whole book is about how his mind works and how the mind works and how he transcended, if you like, in these camps. Basically, he realized that everything that he did fueled his mood, his outcome, and that's what he believes kept him alive. And whatever physical punishment that these Nazis were giving him, if he kept positive, not just if he kept positive, but it was all to do with his outlook and how he processed things. That's what kept him alive. So logotherapy is kind of based, I think it's pronounced logotherapy, could be logotherapy, I don't know. Really, really interesting. Really good book. Very short book, but very good read.
Sounds like you're reading some fucking intellectual books.
I am. I actually have Sam Harris's Free Will coming, which is another short book, and he's a neuroscientist, and it's based.
Who's Sam Harris? It sounds familiar.
He's been in a couple of Joe Rogans.
Oh,
that's where I picked up one from. But I've got that coming, and then I've got The Science of Why We Sleep in there. I'm really looking forward to reading that. Do you?
Yeah, I read halfway through that.
I'm looking forward to reading that.
Let me see who wrote that. Maybe it's not.
Is it a white book with like an orangey kind of? Yeah, it's got to be the same book. Is his name Matthew?
I read halfway through that. I was really into getting my like
sleep and dream. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. Matthew Walker.
That's
Why
exactly
We Sleep.
who it is.
Yeah.
That Why We Sleep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm 24%. I only got a quarter way through the book.
Is it good?
Really good.
Yeah.
Lots. Very.
I heard that it's not too hard to take in either.
Yeah, it's very conversational.
Good.
Science.
Good.
But the facts are all there. He
I
does
like
a really
books
good,
like that.
really good job of describing it. And he's got a good way of reading it as well. He'll be like, if you're reading this book because you want to get better at sleeping, well then you should read this chapter, and this chapter. If you're reading it for an overview of everything, read it sequentially, etc.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Very good.
Fantastic. Oh, I've taken from we started talking about books at the start of the year in this podcast. Yeah, I've just went off on one.
That's fair.
And I keep filling my Amazon cart with books, and
That's
they just
good,
keep.
Man.
I mean, I'm filling them with books for like £1 and £2. So like, why would you not?
Yeah,
and then they get delivered. I actually bought. I don't know if I told you this as well. Eugene Sledge's book.
Sledge the Ledge from the Pacific.
The actual guy who he wrote his memoirs or his book, whatever it's called, with the old ones. In Okinawa and somewhere else. I'm looking forward to reading that.
That would be pretty awesome, actually.
So yeah, doing a lot of reading. I'm coming up in 100 days without a coffee or a Monster.
So caffeine free?
Caffeine. Well, green tea. Trace amounts, I guess.
I don't think that counts.
Or if there's caffeine in like Coke Zero.
There's a little bit. Yeah.
I haven't drank very much Coke Zero.
That's
the
all
last couple of
negligible.
weeks I've drank Coke Zero because I just bought some to have in the house.
Coke
but
Zero's good. I don't think there's much caffeine in Coke.
Zero coffee whatsoever and zero Monster or energy drinks for that matter.
That's impressive.
I'm shocked that I could do it because I never thought I would go off coffee.
I'd say I've been off Monster for about 100 days, barring the one I had on the way to Dublin.
That's right. Yeah.
No Monster.
Do you miss it?
No, not a bit.
We always used to get through a podcast with a Monster.
I can't
Maybe
believe
two
it.
sometimes.
But no, I haven't. I don't miss it one bit. I wouldn't even. I'd walk past it without a second thought. I do have a lot more tea than I used to have.
Okay.
But I like tea. So
yeah.
why not?
Why the hell not?
I stopped taking my green tea though. That's the problem.
Oh,
I switched to regular tea.
Did you ever get that pucka? No.
It's still sitting there in the packet. It's still there. It'll be
such good green tea.
It'll be drank, Chris.
It's such good green tea.
Give it time. I try. You know what happened? I ran into my green tea and I tried to experiment. That was the worst decision I've ever made in my entire life. I bought peppermint tea. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, I think you did actually. Yeah.
It's grotesque.
No, it's like drinking hot mouthwash.
Yeah, it's just rotten.
Yeah, it's not.
It's just rotten. Actually, where I get my tea, they had a little sachet of peppermint where the regular tea normally sits, and I was like, "You're gonna fool somebody, and you're gonna pay because no one is gonna be happy expecting tea drinking that pish."
No. Even the smell of it is.
Oh, it smells great though. I love the smell of peppermint. That's why I was like, "This is gonna be excellent,
delicious."
Yeah.
No, straight down the sink.
Then I got a green tea and like some other blend. I didn't like it either, so
I get you.
I left it by the wayside and moved on to good old regular tea.
One other thing I want to touch on this week is yesterday, actually, I went to Five Guys.
Where'd you go? In Craigavon?
Oh, yeah. Now, I've had a few Five Guys in my time.
In my time.
I still stand by that Craigavon Five Guys is by far, without a shadow of a doubt, the best Five Guys around. And that includes the one I've eaten in America.
Impressive.
It is just perfect.
There you go.
I don't know why, but I think I do. It is... incredibly clean. The service is quick. They're punctual. I think it's the cleanliness. It's a great atmosphere.
It's just the atmosphere.
And the food is fucking terrific.
I find that the Five Guys, speaking of cleanliness, in Belfast are sticky. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They wipe everything down, sure, but they don't clean it.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
This one is like clinical clean. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how is this place so clean for being a fast food outlet? I've worked in fast food before. It's not clean.
It can't be.
This place is just... And I didn't even see anybody out cleaning. I'm like, are people around here just so polite that they bin all their stuff?
In Craigavon, I doubt it, but maybe.
Exactly. I had a tremendous... I just went for a cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard and their fries, which are just something else.
Unbelievable.
And I went for a raspberry fused tea.
Tea?
Out of the Coke vending machine. I was going to go for a milkshake. Stayed off it. I've been off dairy now for I don't know how long as well.
Oh, that's very good.
And it's good.
Yeah, you're not sticking too strictly to the vegan?
I'm not sticking too strictly to veganism. I am sticking to vegetarianism, bar the steak I went out for dinner.
The Five Guys.
But definitely vegetarianism and the Five Guys. I just needed that though.
Yeah, no, yeah, you do.
But I worked out. I used to eat 4 meals a day with meat in every single one. Now I eat maybe 2 meals a week with meat in them.
Oh, that's a pretty big.
So it's a pretty big cut.
That's good for the climate. That's good for the animals.
Yeah.
It's good for your wallet.
I'm enjoying it. But getting back to the 5 guys.
Sorry,
the 5 guys.
Sorry.
That's where we have to go.
Yeah, fair. Actually, it's a good idea.
That's where we have to go.
I've been to it as well.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Perfect.
It's a weird thing. I think the McDonald's in Portadown, just down the road, I think it's the best one in Northern Ireland.
I think the Rushmere one is better.
No, it's definitely not.
I do.
It's too busy. It's way too busy, Chris.
But this
It's too hit and miss.
Exactly. No. When it's busy, it means they're always producing fresh food.
Stuff. Yeah.
You know, that's something I hated about
sloppy
the
presentation.
KFC that used to be in Monaghan.
Yeah.
It used to be so dead that the food sat there, and it was like
day.
that's why they closed.
All day in the sun.
It's the wrong. It's the
Don't eat it.
yeah.
Don't eat it.
It's the wrong.
It's shut down now, sure.
Yeah, it's shut. It's gone.
No, I just think the one in Portadown, it's the chips are always spot on.
Yeah.
The McDonald's in Portadown, and the food actually is just fine. I always give it that benefit of the doubt because the chips have never once let
I
me down.
actually forgot to mention I was in Portadown
Shockingly.
2 weeks ago in the AM once, which was strange to me. I got a McDonald's breakfast.
Oh yeah, I've never had a McDonald's breakfast. It's good stuff.
Bloody good.
Well, there you
I
go.
had the pancakes with some syrup, and I had an egg and cheese McMuffin
Oh, classic.
with an orange juice, a little bag of melon pieces,
Lovely.
and some water.
How much did
Delicious.
that set you back?
I had like £7.
It's not bad.
6-7 quid, I think.
Tasty.
Delicious. 3 pancakes. I mean, wait,
Oh.
good. And it filled me up, and now I'm getting hungry.
Well, and it's
I'm
late.
hungry. It is
I don't
late
eat
too.
this late.
I will have some probably oats before bed. It's good food. Before
Oats so simple?
Oats so simple. Yeah. Anything else you want to add to personal?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. Is there any other?
You're a
foods?
monster that eats peppered pizza, peppered sauce pizza. Anyway, so
I'm a monster.
yeah, so
Christopher, don't talk to me.
to be fair, I had a vegan pizza for my tea this evening.
Oh, what's a vegan pizza?
It's
Is there like a cheese substitute or
hummus. It's like a hummus kind of sauce, with kale, spinach. No, with spinach, tomato, and it was like on a crispy whole wheat base. It was good.
No, I can imagine all that being nice apart from the hummus. I don't
It was
really know.
good.
Don't really know what hummus is.
Chickpeas.
Don't like
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's it was good. I just picked it up. I wanted to see what it was like. It was tasty.
Pretty good.
Tasty
Pretty good.
stuff. Yeah.
Have you got that book yet? That one?
How Not to Die?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm about a quarter of the way through it.
Okay.
I'm trying
It's a
not to
big book.
die from lung disease.
Oh, very
my
good.
current chapter. It's a big book.
Yeah, it's a very
It's a
big.
big ass book. I do have it. I haven't read too much of it because so many other books have kind of come into the fray.
It's more like a reference book than a book you read.
Exactly. It's like the Bible. Just a reference.
In times of need.
Exactly. It's like put it on like a pedestal.
You have what do you call it? A hypochondria attack where
Yeah.
like, I meant to have lung disease. Here's how not
to
stop
die
that
from
to
lung
happen.
disease. But yeah, this has been episode 83 of the podcast. If you stuck with us this far, thank you very much. Or if you've used the timestamp to skip right to here, hello. I'm
Well
sorry,
done.
but we have to leave you. Thank you for being a part of this episode. As always, you can find this podcast and all previous podcasts over on youtube.com/xitegaming. That's XITE
Yeah,
gaming.
Excite. That's how everyone spells it, Chris.
Or you can find
It's
us
common fucking knowledge.
on any podcast hosting service. Thank you so much for everyone who tunes into us on a weekly basis. Your support means the world to us. Get in touch with us.
And we love you.
If you want us to, talk about you on the podcast. We're just going to talk about you.
Listen, if it's obvious, can get a podcast exclusively dedicated to that.
They've got
we can
such a good community.
We can get a couple of questions.
Their community is
Yes.
tremendous. I'm part of that community.
As am I.
And I enjoy it very much.
I feel warm and welcomed.
But thank you. Next week is episode 84. Don't know what we're going to do
Next
for
week,
it. I
he
have a
says-
few ideas. Next week, sometime.
Could be next
The
month.
next podcast you see will be episode 84. And it's going to be a doozy. So
It's going to be an absolute whirlwind of adventure. Hopefully we'll get a Five Guys or something.
Oh, yeah.
Of the kin before we do that one.
Of the kin.
So
Dilly
we'll
dilly.
Dilly-dally.
I don't know why I did that. Thank you very much to everybody. We'll see you all next week. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Goodbye and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 See ya.
Do. Thank you.
What are we running at,
Wrap.
Chris?